real estate podcast.
Alright, we are now recording.
I thought you said we were.
I did it again because it started getting...
Ooh.
Started talking politics. Or something like it.
Not really. God,
do you want kids?
I hope that's not what we were doing. Do you want kids? Alright. By the way, guys, I did find out that flying creatures that can escape without provoking an opportunity of attack have a move called flyby, and that's what they use for like really fast.
It's just making it up.
Flying creatures.
Oh, it's similar to fly fishing, if I'm not mistaken.
You are mistaken because it's nothing like that.
And the movie The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Also, not correct.
All right, see you
Get rid of
guys.
your bag of nonsense.
His fucking purse.
Where are you going?
That's his.
Well, can you put it over there?
Jeff.
I am trapped. I can do nothing. It's full of things that if I throw at you might either hurt you or break.
It sounds like a...
Oh! You took a chance.
You've tested my patience. Alright. So, Amanda, where are you going? We do this once a week.
Oh, she doesn't want you to
Get
do the
your
plug.
shit together.
She doesn't want you to
Do
do
you
the
guys want to
plug.
play Last of Us?
Oh my god. Yes, actually. Alright,
It's all
so...
nice and rainy out.
Ooh, you
it's a
know
good
what?
video game day. Do you guys just want to say fuck D&D and go play video games all
I'm trying to
night?
think if he's serious or not right now.
We do this once a...
How badly are you going to hurt his feelings is what you're weighing.
You guys don't really want to do that, do you? So, well, Amanda's not here.
So you can't do her plug.
I'll do the recap. So last time we played, you guys were able to
Continue.
You guys were able to defeat these stuff. You guys were able to defeat the two Deva
Bondus.
that came for Astride's head. The Hammers of the Wisdom. You defeated them in combat, though just barely, and taking grievous wounds yourselves. But you seem okay. You seem like you shrugged it off.
I was untouched.
You were kind of untouched, weren't you? Nobody hit you, did they?
I might have got hit once, but it wasn't like...
Oh yeah, you got
Mr.
slammed
Dire
against.
Straits
You got
here.
hit by the throwing hammer.
That's right.
So you two were looking in bad fucking shape. Esther was okay, and
Yeah, it's
actually, of all of you, Esther was the one to bring down both Deva with the last hit
single-handedly,
with
right?
disintegration, annihilating any chance to search the bodies for any sort of awesome,
No, they had hammers.
dope gear. Yeah, no, they're hammers. So after defeating them, you kind of searched the area. Vondus informed you that this area is indeed where the writer of the book that you are currently reading went to go into the
Show
Shadow
him
Realm.
sign your book.
Now, you have your own way to the Shadow Realm, but this area of Erangol, in this valley and under the mountains,
Shadow
Excuse
Realm?
you.
the what?
The Shadow Realm.
Or the Shadowfell, the Shadow Realm. Same
Is
bullshit.
that Yu-Gi-Oh? That's why I'm laughing.
The Shadow Realm is like tons of different animes and video games.
It's
and...
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You just got copyrighted?
What? No,
Our
it's not
series is
just
done.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh.
It
I
looks
never
like
played
it looked like he played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sounds like you're...
Guys, I never played
you
Yu-Gi-Oh.
get kind of defensive. Oh, wait, what's that coming out of your
Do
pocket?
you want to see? Do you want to see all the decks I don't have?
Dicks.
Stop.
There's cards over there.
Those are your cards.
Prove it.
You really can't,
I've
right?
never seen her
Do we
play.
have a shit ton of Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Because we should sell those.
Oh.
So,
It's for the camera.
Anyway.
He's really shaking right now, thinking that's a possibility.
Anyway, there is. Vondus was very helpful in telling you that
It's time to duel.
that may be where you want to start if you wanted to continue the search for spite, which is what this book is about.
Okay.
You also loaded in your destroyed van the last petrified soldier that was
forgot
trying to
about
kill
him.
you. A little.
He lost an arm.
Yeah, he lost an arm in the transport. But he's
It's almost
still,
like using FedEx.
he's still petrified and stoned. So like he seems okay, and he grinded his face a little bit, but he's all right. Other than that, Astride tried to check in with the underboss and was not able to reach the underboss, meaning that the underboss is either in a different plane or dead. Upon realizing this, she demanded that Winan and John start a search for the underboss. Winan came back saying that he had poured all of his money into to hire the help of
All of Alex's money.
Technically.
I have like 50 pounds of solid gold right now, so.
To hire the help of a very accomplished hacker by the name of White Noise. White Noise was able to inform Winan that that the underboss may have been trying to make deals with devils and went on a long trip. Not so sure exactly where. And that she was not pleased about being under the control of Astride and having someone control her mind. You all kind of discerned, well, deals with devils, and those of you who were well-read and well-versed in the history and knowledge of the arcane and the worlds around you and the different planes, knew that devils who make deals usually reside in the city of Dis. That is, like, what it is about. And the city of Dis is in the Nine Hells.
Different realm?
So that is a different realm. It is basically a part of hell. The Nine Hells is like... There's like different layers, you know what I mean, to hell, and then there's like a huge, vast area of... Well, you can learn.
Hell is like an onion, or a parfait.
Hell is exactly like a parfait.
It's not so bad.
It's... So it is, though.
It's not bad.
It's hell. It's like a really shitty parfait full of demons.
Like McDonald's.
Like a McDonald's is
parfait. They make parfaits.
All right, getting off topic. So you all, upon learning that devils who make deals live in the city of Dis, let's go to the city of Dis. So you've all decided to traverse the plane of realms to go to the city of Dis in the Nine Hells, and are currently, if I recall, you opened a portal to your Dusk Keep, and you were pushing the van. Mr. Marbles is pushing the van into the portal to arrive at the Dusk Keep to prep before you leave, if I recall.
That's right.
So, we come to you all emerging out of this portal to the Dusk Keep. Here you stand in front of your ominous-looking castle that stands towering above what was once the Greenwell Forest.
Just before we get into the current session.
Yes.
Let me do the audio check, because we didn't do that.
That's it.
Oh, you want to check and make sure that
I
it's on?
quit.
Just before we get too far in and we're like...
Wow.
Alright, and we're back.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you guys can hear us.
Okay. So, again, the eerie air that it kind of surrounds the Shadow Keep. And now the Shadow Keep's been in this area for almost
About a week.
almost a week now, I think, at this point. And you can see that the grass around it is a little sick. It's not growing very well. The trees near... Now, again, this is a corrupted forest, and where everything is gross and nasty and, like, sick.
Oh, we made it back.
Yes, you're in front of the shadow, in front of the Dusk Keep.
Portal, right.
But this is almost not killing that, but it's reverting. It's kind of sucking the color from everything that it's near. The plant life that's near it's losing its vibrant sort of look, and some of the trees and some of the things are almost taking on this twisted sort of look that things have in the Shadowfell. It almost looks as though in an area near where this castle is, like spreading from it, it is spreading the essence of the Shadowfell itself.
So we corrupted the forest, and now...
And now you're corrupting the corrupted forest. Yeah. You're causing a whole bunch of not good business. But other than that, nothing immediately crazy or dangerous. It does appear, though, that even the corrupted wildlife do not seem to enjoy the presence of this thing, as there's not a whole lot of animals near here. They just seem to be not near your fucking keep. And if I recall, did you tell... You did not tell the goblins to come and make a fortress here. They're still in the tree, correct?
I would imagine we kept them in the tree.
Yeah, I think you kept them away from the castle. So then, you are here. What would you like to do?
Are we, like, setting up for the night, essentially?
Whatever you guys want to do. I believe you guys,
We just rested.
you just rested, didn't you?
rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you read more of the book, which tipped Vondas to
Mhm.
tell you about it. So you're well rested. Your scar is still there, and your mask is still cracked. Did you have which version of the mask did you have? What abilities does it have?
I think just night vision.
Night vision. I'm gonna say it still works. It still works. It's like maybe it's a little fuzzy, but you can still, it'll still work.
Oh,
So-
and the communications.
The block communicator
Yeah,
or the blocking communications.
communicator.
Okay.
I mean, all we need to do is get there, and then I can tell you if she's there and if it's broken. If it's not broken, I can stop her in her tracks and
As soon as we get
tell
there.
her to go home.
Let's get to the librarian then, and librarians, and see if they can. Because you don't know anyway. Wait, we don't even need them. I mean, we could get their help, but right now there's a courtyard. I can send us there if we know they're in. What is it? This?
The city of Dis, yes. In order to do planar shift, is that what you mean? So to use plane shift, you need only to know the area. Being familiar with it is more helpful, but you really just need to know the
Well,
name of the place and an idea of where you want to go.
How does that work? If we go there, can we come right back?
Not immediately.
Is it
Because
an
what
hour?
if you put us in a bad spot?
The thing is, and this is something we probably should have ironed out with the spells and
Go on.
all that, but that's not a big issue. We'll assume I can only use the spell with the ring versus having the spell in
Do you
our.
have the spell?
No, that's what I'm saying.
If you don't have
You can
plane
take it?
shift normally, then you can only use it with the ring.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
And it will take,
Yeah.
I believe, 9 charges of you. I think it takes
it's
almost
a
everything.
once a long rest.
One are done. If you were to learn the spell yourself, you could do it twice.
Yeah.
So I don't know how sorcerers work, but wizards can reformulate their spell book. Can you do that? Can you take that spell?
Can I do that?
Read your thing.
Well, no. If it's not said explicitly, so I'm assuming no.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it-
I'm
a couple
really
of
creeped
sessions
out
back
right
I
now.
said that about there's a bunch of spells that I never use because I thought I was going to be an ice player, but that sort of thing. But
Aw, you can still be an ice player if you want.
ice.
I said ice player if you want. You can
Oh.
still be an ice player if you want.
I heard
I don't
nice.
want-
Use your ice powers. Alright.
I have occasionally when we died,
Cry about
but
it.
Because I don't. Wizards can do whatever they want.
Harry.
Well, hold on. Is
I'm
plane
looking at it.
shift a spell that you can learn?
that's a good
Because
question.
then that's a 9th level spell. I don't know if you guys are up to that yet.
I might be.
You would know. It would be when you. Did you
I
guys
think
level
I
up?
could
I
have
can
taken
learn
it. Actually,
I could if I wanted to.
You guys all leveled up, right? You should be at
Yeah.
level 15 now.
no,
Oh well.
I'll do it.
We didn't get that much on 15. 15 is one in between, so we're
Oh.
okay if you can just do it now.
I have improved critical.
What does that mean?
18, 19, 20
Oh.
now crits.
Come on. He gets
Really?
crits on 18s, 19s, and 20s.
For the sake of putting us in danger, I'm going to say I only have it with the ring right now. If we survive
Okay.
this session, I will look into mulliganing old spells and all that and seeing what I can.
Yeah, talk to me afterwards. Just,
Yeah.
just text me. We'll figure it out. Because I'm not sure what the you don't have it. You don't know.
I'm going to
it.
assume I can't. I don't. I can't switch out spells, but I can learn it if I wasn't an opportunity.
They
to
can
get a
swap
spell.
out spells for their known spells for other ones.
Wizards,
Huh.
Sorcerers.
sorcerers.
But I will keep looking.
So that's up to you, bud.
This says you can.
Can I? Is Vondas around us?
He's right there. Vondas is looking very worried about this whole situation that you're talking about.
Vondas, have you ever been to hell?
No. Not only have I not been to hell, I can't come with you. I can't help you.
Why?
I can't go to hell.
You're just gonna abandon us?
I'm a titled fae. I literally cannot go to hell. It's a whole magical thing. You can't go from, if you're a fae, you can go to hell. If you're a titled fae, like myself, you cannot.
But you were exiled.
I was
Yeah, didn't you
exiled.
lose your
I'm
title?
Nope. I'm still a title Fae, hence I am hunted by them.
Well,
They cannot simply take the title away. I have to die in order for another jackalope to
I can bring it
become-
back.
What? Do not. I would rather not die.
Well, what would happen if I put you in a soul box and we went there and we opened said soul box?
I would most likely explode. or burn to death. Please don't do that.
So you physically can't go there.
I physically,
I thought you were just a coward.
magically, and mentally cannot go to hell.
Makes sense. You don't see unicorns in hell very
Right.
often.
That's exactly it.
It's the
However,
first time for everything.
I'm not going to hell.
But yeah, I
He
guess
looks
you can-
very
You can
nervous.
stay here.
I think I will. I think I will stay in the tree.
No,
you be
we're at the
safe?
castle. We're
What?
at the Dusk
Will you
Keep.
be safe here?
With the goblins.
We're at the Dusk Keep. Don't
Because
give
the
them a nice
gnomes are
background.
gone.
Do you think goblins can kill me? I'm a little bit more hardy than you may think.
Well, just make sure you don't
A little
drink.
turd comes out.
I'm
Just cover
I'm
up.
playing with my ring, as he's saying.
Stop
all
it.
that. I'm not doing anything.
Now listen, I do know a bit about hell. I know a bit about every place.
Oh, but he's useless.
We of the Fae like to learn. You said that you're going to the city of Dis, and you're serious about this.
Is it a relatively normal city?
No. No. It's a hell city.
I'm laughing out of character, but I'm very serious. in
Is Esther
character.
very se-
Yeah,
okay.
no, but this is all pretty hilarious.
So, Esther, what you have to understand is that, in terms of is it a normal city, there are buildings, there are towers, there are citizens, there are vehicles, there are people going about their business. But these people are devils, and their business is fucking evil. So, for example, the city of Dis is known as the City of Secrets, and what they love to do is trade in secrets, because information is power there. So are souls. So Jesus is getting loud. I turned it down. It just keeps getting louder.
The castle's just growing bigger and bigger.
I mean, it's infecting the area. So, as an example, if you go and you want to buy a sandwich, they're not going to say a sandwich is this much. They're going to say, what do you have to trade? And everything is fair trade, but it's always in their favor. And for the love of God, do not sign any contracts. They will try to get you in a contract. It's usually never a good idea, because they always want your soul or something.
Just like a timeshare.
Now,
I've dealt with these kinds
the
before.
thing,
The city of timeshares.
the difference is, and the one thing that would be on your side if you're all really thinking of going to the city of Dis, which is a nightmarish idea, is that you will be dealing with devils and not demons. There is a difference. Devils are lawful. They have rules and they follow those rules. Demons are more like Draxia, who is, as I'm sure you're all aware, a force of ungodly, horrific nature. And demons are all like that. They're just basically smart animals. Now, the devils you can reason with, you can talk to them, and some of them might not even try to hurt you because of the rules. You go there, and if one of them, let's say, just tries to kill you, they have to have a good reason. They're just going to kill you. But that's within the city limits. I don't know about it, the outskirts. Or the outlands, I believe it's called. You're on your own there. But if you go there, you need to be extremely careful what you say, who you talk to, and what you talk to them about. Because as I said, knowledge is power there. And you have things to trade. They will take, any secret, but it has to be worth whatever it is they're giving you.
Only secrets?
No, information in general. But it has to be something they don't know, and the ones who, have things like, let's say you want a magical ring that can shoot fire. Well, he's going to want something pretty impressive for that, so that he can trade it to someone else. That's how it works there. You understand? Now, if you're going there to look for a specific person, you're probably going to have to trade something for that information. Not to mention, if you are going there, because I can't really stop any of you from doing anything, you're all very determined people, there's a lot you can learn about perhaps enemies. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of power that can be gained through these deals. But I would not advise doing it. Because the minute you die, now you're his, like, maid or something. Forever. Unless you read the contract really carefully.
I'm thinking we
We don't have to talk to anybody.
plane shift there. I bring the Dust Keep with us. We have a safe place. We rest.
Can you pull that between planes?
Yes, he can. It takes him, I think, an hour, but he can...
Half hour because of my advanced body.
Oh, fuck, yeah, right. I didn't know that was the thing, but yes.
But yeah, so we get there, we pull the keep with us, we use that as a bunker. You see if you feel anything with Uzumawatsa, and we go from there. We rest from there if we don't have anything, and then we come back, or we pursue this. She can come to us.
Yep. We don't have to go to her. And if I can't connect with her anymore, that means it's already done. I don't think we should try to find her here or there. I think that's a bad idea.
Alright, so surely with nothing going wrong, we go to hell, set up base, and come back.
Mm-hmm. Within 2 hours.
In 2 hours.
Within
2 hours.
2
in
hours.
Hell. Only 2 hours in hell.
Yep.
Nothing going wrong.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Alex, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
He thinks it's a great idea.
Now, while Alex is pissing in the woods, let me tell you two. Keep an eye on him, because he can be easily wooed.
Oh my god.
If a devil simply walks up to him and says, "Check this out, it could blow up a house," he's going to want it. And he's going to be like, "Sure, here's my arm," or something. Stop him from doing that.
No.
Can you dominate him or
All
something?
the
So we
women.
Lobotomize
Do
him?
not dominate him, that's terrible.
Lobotomize him.
For the love
Not
of
literally.
God.
See, when he gets back, have him roll a constitution or something. Don't tell him.
What are you going to do?
Do you want to dominate him? Just to keep him good.
But then it's there forever.
You can turn it off if you choose. It's up to you.
Just make him roll, but I'm not actually gonna do it.
Well, then I'm going to make him roll. Are you actually going to do it or not?
Or do we have like silence or anything so he can't talk? Can we do anything like that?
Well,
Hmm.
here's another
He's
idea.
not coming out of there.
Here's something else for you two to contemplate on. The city of Dis, if you were to bring your keep into the city,
We'll go to the outskirts.
yes, they'll probably be very upset with you.
You're right in the middle.
Town square.
No, that will get you completely destroyed. And they do have their own prison in the city of Dis, which you will not be able to get out of. Ring or no ring, staff or no staff, you would not get out of that place alive.
Maybe we should talk to the librarians and see if there's
Just get information.
a map. So we can say, yeah, let's go towards that. Versus in the middle of the city. You probably heard everything we said.
Alright.
I mean,
If you're all dead set on doing this, then
what happened to music?
it just fucking stopped for some reason. There we go, sorry. If you're all dead set on doing this, then do it. I don't know all the creatures that you'll be meeting there. I don't.
Hopefully nobody.
Hopefully. What is your plan? To go and just search for the underboss?
I don't need to do anything so long as she hasn't broken it. The
And if
moment
she has,
well, then we will come back and we will make another plan. I don't think it's smart to go asking around for her there. I don't think we're prepared for that. But if she hasn't broken it, I can just tell her to come to me, and she will do it. In fact, I can jump inside of her and make her do whatever I want. Because I will be in her. I will be her.
Phrasing.
There may be two layers to this. The city of Dis is known for being very well protected.
I don't like that she knows about us, and I
understand.
I don't want her.
But if you went to the outskirts and tried to telekinetically reach someone inside of the city of Dis, it might not work, regardless of whether she's still under control or not.
Listen, DM.
The city of Dis has a lot of protections. It is the most protected. It's the city of secrets. I mean, reading someone's mind in there.
Basically acts as another plane.
Not that it acts as another plane. It is think your keep. Okay? And if you went inside of your keep, how do you stop me from doing what Astride does to people? Or how do you stop Astride from doing what she does to you? She sees you through the window, boom, she nails you, now you're under her control. Well, devils have been around for thousands, millions of years. They know how to protect themselves from that. They've done it. Granted, there's never been a weapon quite like what Astride wields. But they still know how to defend themselves from that spell in general.
Do you know what the underboss is?
What the underboss is?
Oh, let me
She-
get her actual name. Hold on.
She might not be human. I'm talking to Valdis directly.
Yeah, no. I would have to have cast something on
Yeah, I
her,
don't
but
think
I
they
didn't
ever
want to risk
directly
anything.
interacted, did they?
I don't
They
think
might have.
he's ever really met her, no.
Sorry about that.
Did she ever give you any clues that she was something other than what she is?
A little bit, but nothing traceable at all.
Well, mortals do go and deal with devils. She could just be a person dealing with devils. It's not unheard of. It's difficult for humans to get there, but if they have contact with devils, then
She may not entirely be human.
That's what I was asking Valdis.
perhaps.
Let's go speak to the librarians first and foremost. Valdis,
Alright.
come with us.
Maybe they know something about her.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Is that where
I
their
have her
kind
name.
come from, or not really?
Tieflings?
Yeah.
Tieflings are basically like...
Or is that like metagaming?
You know what? Ask them.
Okay.
How about that? Let's do
Okay,
that
I
in
feel like that
What-
could
what
result
was
in
your
getting
question?
slapped. But
Is that where tieflings come from, like hell? So, okay.
I feel like that's gonna be a really like racist question.
You head into the keep. As you enter the keep, the torches are lit, and you see that a lot of the debris has been like swept aside. The bodies are gone. Obviously, the blood has been cleaned up. It's looking clean. Still old and still like depressing place, but clean.
Just covering Amanda a little bit.
Sorry.
Is she too loud?
No, it's covering my face.
It's the same exact spot, but it actually looks...
I did move.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, you head into the Dusk Keep. You follow the simple path that you lay out. It seems to you guys that the path to the library has changed a little bit, but Esther seems to know his way exactly, and it's a very direct route. You're at the library. You open the door, and as you open the door, you see the rows and rows of bookshelves lined with books. All of them have been like dusted now, and it's clean, it's brighter in there. And there are a couple of the servants kind of wandering around and cleaning, and you can hear the voice of Gertrude talking to one of these servants, instructing them not to put a book in that order, or to make sure that they're more careful. And she comes walking out, clicking with her hooves, and still has her sort of bone, monster bone gauntlets on as she's holding her book. But it's so uncanny to see, the couple of scars on this kind of muscular tiefling in this librarian outfit with her hair all pulled back. Oh, how can I help you?
We are going to the city of Driss, and
The city of Dis.
Dis. Why did I say Driss? Dis. Oh, thank you, librarian. And
Librarian with no name.
Gertrude.
we're looking for some supplemental information before we go.
All right. Well, she puts one book down. What would you like to know?
Well,
Where did tieflings come from?
Well, we are born, like anyone else, through the union of either two tieflings or a tiefling and another race. Can sometimes spawn a tiefling.
Yeah, but where
Humans
did you
usually-
guys originate from? Like, hell?
So tieflings have devil blood within them. So at one point there was a union of a devil and a mortal, and it produced a tiefling.
Oh, so I wasn't too far off.
Somebody we know.
There are also technically more than just tieflings with devil blood. We tieflings in general can be essentially other planar mixed races. So something from the material plane perhaps mates with some sort of celestial being, and bam. Or a creature from the abyss can produce an abyssal tiefling.
You're such a nice person.
What?
You're a nice person.
Somebody that was under Astride's command sought to break the bond and went to the city of Dis, or at least somewhere in hell. And
Okay.
we're gonna try to follow her to either regain connection or just to track her down, basically.
Of course.
And our friend here, Bondis, says that getting outside the city walls might not be enough, that there might be protections.
Oh, he's
that keep
correct.
themselves-
City
keeping
of
us
Dis
out.
is incredibly protected from all manner of intrusion. You can simply enter the city, but you usually have to be there for a reason, and any sort of assault, if you were to throw magic towards it, including trying to psychically connect to someone from inside, could be seen as a kind of assault. So if you were to enter the city first and then try to connect with them, that's a little bit more reasonable. They are a little bit more understanding of that. But it's going to be very difficult. It's
Who
easier to
guards
simply
them?
try to find someone the
Like
old-fashioned way.
a military?
What do you mean?
Who guards the city? Like
The
they're
devils. They
they're
have a
on
hierarchy.
guard almost.
There is the leader of the city is Dispater. He lives in this massive tower that you'll see in the center of the city. And he has various chain devils working for him, bone devils, all form of devils, a hierarchy. Pit fiends work directly under him. They are incredibly dangerous. And then all the way down. So chain devils are usually used as the common guard, if that's sort of what you mean. And
I
they're
don't know
very
what
good
any
at
of these are.
apprehending people and dragging them to the Iron Fortress underneath the city.
What was the underboss's name?
Joan Verger or Jane the Underboss.
Do those names mean anything to you?
Could be an alter alias.
It's true.
Do you know any other names that she goes by? Those are most likely not really her true names.
I don't.
The underboss?
I
The underboss works in Valnar, but I don't know her identity.
Do you have a map of this?
No, that does not exist.
It doesn't?
There is no maps available for any of the layers of hell, hell itself, or the abyss. Those that... Legend has it that those that have attempted to make said maps have lost their minds or plucked their eyes out. There seems to be protections against it. Essentially a curse. If you try to map out the area, you are cursed by the land itself. Some say. There's no... The history on that is very unclear, but to make a map of hell or any of its layers is incredibly dangerous.
does slavery exist there?
Oh, yes.
So
In an abundance, yes.
So that's something that's, in their society.
That's also something that's you can trade. For example, if you were to go to the city of Dis, and if you were going to look for something specific, you want to bring something that you can trade that they would want that you won't mind missing. If you walked in right now, they're going to try to take something that you're going to miss, because you have it and they want it. But if you were to, let's say, bring some meat for the barbecue...
Oh, I got a bunch of snakes, unicorn meat.
Nope.
What are they like?
People.
Oh.
The rarer the better. If you find interesting people, then they would like that.
You're pretty
We can bring
interesting.
Vondis.
I have an idea.
He's a rabbit.
Oh,
a
they
jackalope.
would buy Vondis instantly.
He's not
I
for
cannot
sale.
go tell you guys. I can't go there. I'll die. This is now Gertrude again. Sorry.
All right.
Swap back and forth. So, if you were to go to the city of Tis, the preparation, if what you're asking for is information, what I can tell you, sir, is that you would want to bring something to trade.
And that could be a
More
person.
Yes. Oh, yes. They'll
Well,
love those
we have
things.
one.
There's prisoners
They love that,
in the
especially
tree.
if they are innocent, and you bring them down there, and trade them, fairly capture them and trade them. That's wonderful. They don't need to make a deal with that person if they are caught and under your control. You can trade them.
What
They're
about
now your command.
apexes?
An apex.
Locomotive Larry.
The one in the dungeon that's been causing a ruckus.
We're gonna take him to hell.
Oh,
That's
yes.
probably like the worst way he could die. That really must be his nightmare, is to be sold and eaten by devils.
They may eat him. They may not. They may just keep him. They may turn him into a weapon. That-
might fight one day.
An apex.
Might come back and bite us.
I'm a demon now! You got fucking Hellboy horns! Holy shit!
I'm sorry.
An apex would be an excellent trading token. But you can only trade him once, so think about that.
Piece by piece?
No, they might not want that. They might, I'm not sure, but I would doubt it because apexes are not magic. So they're just getting a man's arm that once belonged to someone who was really strong. As opposed to a wizard's arm, which could be turned into, I don't know, a crawler or something.
Ooh.
What about creatures?
Oh, yes.
Magic weapons?
Creatures, yes, to a degree.
There are things I can make that I don't think anyone else could make.
She notices the book. Ah, right.
I don't even mean the book, but yeah, the book, sure.
Right. Monstrosities? They've most likely seen a lot of monstrosities, but you could try. It depends on the devil. Some of them would jump at the chance to have a mimic or something, and others would say, "Huh, that's nothing. I have 100 of those."
I don't mean a minute.
You have to kind of pick and choose who you're dealing with. An apex would be an ace in the hole for a lot of devils, high up as well, to just have an apex. That's incredibly rare that you caught one. A
It's
lot.
an animal.
I also have plenty of humans.
That's a very good trading tool for any of them. Any of them would buy a human.
The ones you have under.
But you
I
might...
only have 2, but I'm sure they can gather up a group.
They don't need to be...
Go into Valinor and collect some homeless people.
No, I mean people that are in the group, but I don't have control over them. But if I tell them I need them for a mission,
Mm-hmm.
The more worth the person has in their own society, usually the more worth they will
I
have
don't know about that.
to the devil. So if you were to bring in a homeless person, it might not grant you as much as bringing in an educated noble, or even a mage, of some sort. That they
Or a
would
trained
they would pay
superhero.
Did that
That
actor
that's
die?
what I'm. That is an ace in the
The
hole.
no-
Did that actor die?
Who?
The one you kept in your box?
Oh, he's long dead.
Oh.
Yeah. He was the first sitcom to die. Remember he tried to get
Did you
out?
feed
and
him
he
to the river? Was he fed to the river?
Yeah, remember he came at us naked because he was in the dark and freaking
Yes.
out?
Yes.
What about Benjamin, Skylar, and Bella?
Are they people in my boxes?
Those are the 3 nobles that we saved to get her in the position that she's in.
Oh, I thought
They don't need to be under your control. You simply need to cage them up.
Right.
wait, they're still in the box.
I don't think... Did we box them?
Yeah, because
Did we push them
they were in the bathroom. Oh shit,
Did we box them?
we did
Have
because
you been feeding them?
Adam came.
Did you unbox them?
no.
Then how did she...
No. Wait.
We
You
had
had
to.
them. You had them.
In the bathroom and we pushed them in.
What happened to the other team? Went to go suicide bomb themselves. How many days was that?
Like a week.
They're dead.
You don't know that.
They're dead. They're dead. It was at the very least
Okay.
3. No,
Let me
because
put that
the
in.
road itself was like 3 days too.
Should we check on them? You really gotta start writing down who you're.
I did for everyone except those guys. I forgot.
And
Well,
now
because
they're
The
dead.
nobles are dead.
In my mind,
It's
in
like
my mind,
getting a puppy and not feeding it.
hold on. In my mind, you were supposed to release them
We had to have.
to the underboss,
Yeah.
and then the underboss was able to become
I thought we were gonna pin it on them.
the mayor. No, you abandoned that plan, remember? And instead you just made a party where you killed everyone and kidnapped only them and eradicated their entire families and friends.
Question
I feel
mark.
like that was the plan.
Are they dead?
Do you reach out to them?
You should roll on it.
I don't have them controlled.
Oh, you don't have them,
No.
them controlled?
I mean, we're here.
Let's say for the sake of it, for the sake of fun, you, and because it's silly, that was one of the rare times Esther, oh my god, it completely slipped my mind. And would you like to check on them?
Sure.
Okay, so you open up a skybox, and out fall 3 very dead, suffocated bodies.
Well, I guess that answers that.
The young girl, the kid, and then the scumbag guy. No, the scumbag guy you killed.
Yeah, we killed him.
The young girl and something
The
else.
Buster Blue.
2 other people.
A 35-year-old
Yeah.
and... I don't know.
Those will not do. And you see some of the souls start dragging the bodies away, just through the library door. Would you like us to toss them into the dungeon for food for the Apex?
Yeah, I'll join them. I want to see them. I want to see the dungeon.
You want to see the Apex?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Do you have any more questions?
I mean, I guess not. There's really nothing.
There might be prisoners at the tree.
Yeah, I
We
guess
can check
any bodies will be...
Live bodies.
Innocent would be better. Goblins would not be worth a lot.
No, the goblins have been taken prisoners from scavenging teams.
Oh, really?
Scouting teams.
Yes, there have been a few scouting parties sniffing around the castle. A few have entered.
Here?
Are they still here?
Oh no, they're dead.
Okay.
The castle has killed them. I think most of them have killed each other and then killed themselves. One of them found their way into the dungeon.
How did that go?
I don't know.
Oh.
And she
We do not go there for fear that he will drag us in.
Alright, we might come back, but I think that's all we need right now. I'm
Or-
gonna go down to the dungeon.
What
Thank
about those
you.
hammers?
The magic weapons.
If you guys don't want them,
What kind of hammers?
I have no idea. Angels had them.
They're angelic.
Mr. Marbles! I want the halls to expand so he can walk.
Oh dear. And he, through the door, smashes one of the doors down. Alright. Before you expanded the hall, but he just did it anyway. And he... and is swinging around... one golden hammer. You have the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would fetch you a very pretty penny.
Just so loud.
Mr. Marbles or the...
No, not
hammers?
Mr. Marbles. They know that he would fall apart. He is summoned. But the hammer itself, that would be worth a lot.
There you go. There's 2 things right there.
Vondis taps you on the back of the leg, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone who can melt yours down. You don't need to sell it.
Okay, I got other stuff anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
That would be worth a lot. The Apex would be worth a lot. And mortals would be worth a good bit. You know.
I can get probably 5 or 10 of them.
That's excellent. That's a good... And, again, be sparing with how you trade. They will try to take as much from you as they possibly can.
I have a question.
Yes.
How... My gazer's just... It's not connected to me through an item, right? It's just my gazer.
I think so.
I'm sorry, someone just texted me, Happy Mother's Day, sis. Hey, you still ready to study?
Say, I've been born ready to study. Sis.
After.
Okay.
What was your question?
My gazer's just attached to me.
Yes.
There's no tangible item that someone can take from me and take it. Right? I never had an
No,
item
you
for
just
it. I just found him.
You just found him, and
Okay.
he instantly connected to you as person.
Okay.
You can trade him.
I'm not trading him.
All right.
You should trade him. He could probably get you pretty.
Then I would suggest, no, you can have him wander about. It will help show a little bit of your power. But they will try to barter for him.
Maybe if we need
But
lunch, you could
the-
just
I'm
get
not-
lunch.
One of the
I'm
things
not
you
pulling him out.
one of the things you don't normally have to worry about in Dis is people trying to steal things from you by force. That can be
It's
very
trickery.
difficult. There would have to be a reason for them to attack you. If you stole something from them, then yes, you're fucked. Then they could come after you and try to kill you. If you attack them, then they can try to kill you. If you try to manipulate them, they can try to kill you. But if you're just walking around
Looking for
as
my lost slave.
something of that nature, but you better be good at lying. But
Why?
They
That's not a
don't-
lie.
That's honest.
That's not a lie.
oh, right, you're going there for the underballs. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, ask them, and they'd be willing to trade you. Odds are, either they know, or they probably know who will know, and they'll trade you for the information to go send you to someone who does know. And then, if you're looking for someone specific in the city of Dis, if you have something to pay, you'll find them. Definitely. If you're looking for anything, you can find it in the city of Dis. You just have to be willing to barter souls or things important to you or
Can
things
you-
important to others, but that doesn't seem to be an issue for you.
Can you
No.
trade memories?
Yes, I
Oh,
wouldn't.
shit.
but yes, you can. I wouldn't trade anything that really is something that you'll either miss or something that really belongs to you, because that's power over you
Do
that you
I-
just gave someone.
How much do I know about this wisdom?
Oh, you probably know a good deal about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You do know that the hammers of the wisdom are dead, and that's a hammer from the hammers of the wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
They were titled. Like they had a, you know what I mean? Like that's not just an angelic weapon. That is the weapon of, you know. But yeah, you know a good deal about him. I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide really how much you want to kind of know,
Well,
how close your relationship was with him when you were under his.
So far, we have.
Here's my idea. Hold on.
Go on.
Because I would be so willing to sell as much of that information as possible because that could benefit us.
Of course.
So, as much as you feel I should know, because I want to give everything that I have. I am willing to give everything I have about that wisdom.
Okay. What you don't know is where he is.
Yeah, I know that.
You don't even know what kind of celestial he is. What you do know is the powers that you attained from him. What you do know is how you were able to reach him. That's up to you. What you do know is how you spoke to him or the things that he ever told you, and that's up to you. What he probably didn't tell you was information that's critical. Like, if a devil wanted to go and kill him, you don't have any of that information because otherwise you would have gone and killed him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably don't have vital information that would help them. You know as much as any mortal warlock would know about their you know what I mean? Which is not that much. You know his name. You know that you've probably, like, seen images of him or, like, a bright light or whatever the fuck. A big golden eye, you know what I mean? Or whatever. But you probably don't know enough that would impress a devil, but you can certainly... Again, that depends on the devil. You know what I mean? There are stupid little shit-fuck devils that'll be like, I like a deal! Like, who knows? You know what I mean? So, give it a shot, but you probably don't know. Like, you don't know if he's weak to silver or something.
So I have potentially to barter 2 magic books, the Apex, the wand from the... It's the monster with the eyes.
The Beholder?
The
Beholder.
Jeff forgot the most iconic
I
D&D bad guy. Huh.
So I have 2 magic books, a wand, the Apex, and the golden hammer. That I'm willing.
What were the 2 magic books again? Can you remember?
Spite and my origin story from the book from Beyond the Chronist.
Ooh, okay.
I've read it enough and it's mostly burned.
Hmm.
We're dealing with devils. So.
And it's important, yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Does anybody... Let's go down to the dungeon, I guess.
Alright. Yes. You guys are actually, like, fucking planning. I like this. Grabbing as much info as possible.
When we get there, it's another story, but...
It's just
Yeah.
another city.
I didn't.
What could go wrong?
I didn't dominate the people we dominated under the ocean. They went in the soul box with the thing, right?
The
Do we still
mermaids?
have
They're
that?
gone. They're
They got
gone.
absorbed into the star.
Fletcher pushed them into the
Do we still have that?
It blew up to bring the pirate ship
Okay.
into
Oh,
the...
she wasn't there. She didn't know that they got pushed into it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I stole that from you. I stole that RP from you.
It's okay. Yeah, no, to get the
The mall thing.
Captain Mulch out of purgatory, we needed a lot of energy in a concentrated spot, and the bodies were destroyed in the transition? I don't know what it
But you used the bodies and you used the orb or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
The orb destroyed the bodies. Let's leave it at that.
Worth
Yeah, I know.
so much.
We needed it though.
Woof,
we didn't
that
know we
would've
were
been
going
worth a
here.
lot.
What about the skull of a sea hag?
Probably.
Where's my
Maybe.
inventory?
I don't know.
I'll have to find a real specific buyer.
I really don't know yet. I mean, it's hard to get, really, and usually the head
It's
of
like, do you want a leprechaun's knuckle?
the,
Excuse me?
the head of a wizard would be good because that's how flame skulls are usually made. So, could do that. They'd probably like that.
Are you either of you wizards?
No.
Oh, okay.
We have like 10 items right
Okay,
now.
we're
You
good,
wanna
that's good.
kill
Yeah.
one of us.
No, I don't want to, but we have to.
The
Okay.
jackalope would be worth a lot.
We're not taking them with us.
All right.
What would happen if he went to hell with us? He says he's gonna blow up if I soul box him and we open the soul box.
I don't know.
Do I still have Carla Lily's dead body? Because the last time I checked, it was not rotting. It was pristine. Do
Where
we still
is it?
have it? Because
You
I
left
have
it
it in my
there.
notes.
What did you do with it? I'm pretty sure you left it there, didn't you?
Mm-mm. I wanted to take it with us, so I don't know if you soul boxed it.
Vacuum sealed.
But I
soul
have it in
box.
my notes that we have it.
Well, if we have it, then
Maybe you did soulbox. I feel like you would have soulboxed that.
I definitely wouldn't have gotten rid of that if.
No,
'Cause I
don't-
wanted. There was a
I'll
plan
say,
I had.
I'll say
for
this. I'll say this. I like the idea of it for story purposes. Let's say you have it in a soul box.
We just don't have her head.
You just
Yeah.
don't have her head, but you
Yeah.
have this unrotting body of one of the champions of Astride.
We also have all those dire wolves and zombies.
It. Yeah,
Those are good. They're not rotting. They're fine.
but I
That's
can.
more of a weapon to keep with us.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
a sudden just open it on the ceiling.
I can get rid of the sitcom guards. They're long dead.
All the enemies are running for the front door. The front door becomes the door for the. Oh fuck!
Do you think it would be feasible for me to in-game before we go somehow figure it out and learn, because it's metagaming and it's hard to not metagame, how to make liquors?
You want to learn how to make them now?
We're in a library.
I'm just saying.
So
Or you could sell
I
something for
out
that
of
knowledge.
game meta know how to do it, but you
I
remember how I was like,
I
I
know.
don't like that because it's hard for me to learn in-game because I know
Alright,
how
well,
to do
think-
it.
I get what you're saying. So how did you learn how to make the ivies?
You said it just started to.
Because you went near a certain thing, right?
Yes.
So
But
I know, but you just have to start testing stuff out. So you got to think, how would Astride go about experimenting what things to put in a zombie that would turn it into different zombies? You probably would want to start with a zombie.
A
And a
liquor.
room.
I thought you were talking about booze, and I was really confused.
But
I
think,
want to make some high-powered alcohol.
yeah.
I imagine.
But this devil never drank
Astride
moonshine before.
will have to discover that scientifically, because that's how you choose that you wanted to do it. So now that's how we're gonna do it. So take the time, get a room, get a zombie, and start testing. Some
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
Whoa.
If I take some time before we go and say I'm experimenting,
Yes.
can I learn that?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay. And since I just leveled up, I can regrow my body parts, so I want to use my own tongue.
That's fucking awesome.
That's dedication.
Gross. Yes.
Okay.
That's
So we can do that,
nasty.
in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do that, and then I'll recharge for my ring and stuff. So if we want to put anything else in a box right now, we should do that before we go. Because time is kind of an essence, but we need to prep, so it's like...
So I can get 5 or 10 of the groupies, but they're in Valnar. So that's like 3 days travel.
5 or
either way.
10 of the groupies?
The groupies.
Is that?
Interesting. You
3
mean like
days
the
travel?
goths?
Yeah.
You do that.
And they would be our humans, our human barter.
Tell them to get in a car and come here. That's not 3 days travel, is it?
By foot. Pretty sure you said by foot.
Yeah.
It might be a day by car?
Tell 'em
Yeah,
get
maybe
in
like
the
a
car
day.
and drive out of here.
Okay.
They don't own cars.
And
Bad
Steal
for
a
the
car.
environment.
We have Project Mayhem in Valnar right now. They can steal a car.
These are your soldiers?
Yep.
Might I suggest you just tell them to kidnap other people? That way you're not losing any of your own.
yeah, that's fair.
Kidnap the richest people you can easily.
I've read a bit of books on war.
Thank you.
I know a few tactics.
Then yeah, I'll reach out to John.
Very well. I don't know who that is.
No! God damn it.
So are we done with the librarian?
Yeah.
So let's see the dungeon and then we'll...
Stop looking at me. You make me sick.
I want to go downstairs to the...
Uh,
Thank you again.
As you start leaving, she'll go, Headhunter.
This is Gertrude.
Yes.
Yes.
She's finally turning around.
What is that? She points to the green like veins that every once in a while like pulse.
Oh, it's radiation.
That's interesting.
What
Was that done? That couldn't have been done magically.
No, I took the serum.
Took a serum.
The serum.
Rad 483.
I don't know what that is.
It's a small glass vial containing
A
a
little
glowing
It comes in a
green
little
glass
glass vial?
liquid, extremely small and squirming black specks.
And put it in yourself?
The vial comes in a metal injector.
What does it come in?
A little glass vial.
Stop it.
Maybe your blood
Goes into the
worth
gun like a
something.
battery.
I was about
Need
to
a
die.
copyright.
I was about to die, so I thought the only thing I could do was inject myself with this mystery liquid, and I'm still alive.
You met your father.
That's gonna be the memory I sell.
One
of
day.
jelly.
No!
No! The only memory of my father I'm going to sell.
I mean, I guess that would
Slime
be worth a lot.
Remember me.
That was all he wanted you to
and,
do.
and I won't.
Yeah, but we're the bad guys. We're the evil ones.
It's gonna help me sleep at night.
That's true.
I have other memories
Wait,
too.
instead of your mother and Boneface
Stop.
or whatever.
Bone face. Spit it out. Spit it out.
He has the most fucked up memory of his mom, and he's giving up like a good memory
A
of
happy
his dad.
memory.
Well,
Dad.
he can't let go of that because then he'll forget Skullface.
Exactly.
Boneface.
Bone face.
It's me, Boner Jaw.
How about you, Morgan? Would you like to
The
ride
Crimson
the
Chin.
The Crimson Bone.
Middle name Bone Jaw.
Alright,
Crimson
so,
Bone Junction.
I get off just by grinning.
He goes, we would like to document that whenever you have the time.
That took a turn.
I got time now because she's gonna experiment and he's gonna go into his castle. I don't want to go any deeper.
We're in the castle right now.
I know, but the front door is only like 30 seconds that way. I can't get lost this time. I remember where I was walking, so I feel like I can get my way out of here.
Okay. So you're staying here until you're leaving?
Yes, because Gertrude wants to probe me.
Are you willing to do this right now, Gertrude? We have a
Yes.
little time to kill.
Tell me everything. And you two go leave as Vondas and Alex stay. So, you two make your way through the Dusk Keep. You soon enough find yourself at the entrance of the dungeon. And you can hear... and it's actually shaking
Screaming.
the area itself. You enter, you get near the
Well,
sort
I
of...
open the door.
You open the
Enter.
door. You open the door, and you do in fact hear...
God, he's not dead yet.
Where's he running into?
You just see like dust
Oh, like in the maze?
in the maze.
Hmm.
Billy Mays.
I want the floor is filled with 2 feet of water.
Slow him down a bit.
You hear him kind of running around, and then he stops. And there's, like, no sound. Seems like he's waiting for something.
I want to cast sunlight, the ball of light, throw it into the middle of the room.
You do, and you see him down there next to a bunch of destroyed walls, some of which are rebuilding themselves, because that is the spot, that was what they wanted to look like originally. But it's slow going, but because you're not willingly doing it, they're just sort of half-heartedly doing it. And there he stands in the center, still in his, like, basically his metal armor, but a lot of it has been broken off of him from him just busting through walls. His helmet is still on, but, like, a lot of the chest pieces have busted off from him, like, ramming the shoulder pieces, but he still has on his arms, like, the metal, you know what I mean, gauntlets, and on his legs, the bracers. And he kind of, like, hides from the light because it hurts his eyes, because he hasn't seen light for quite a while. He goes, "Have you grown tired of tormenting me yet?"
How you doing, Larry?
"When will you let me out of here? What is it that you want from me?"
Do you want to come with us now? No tricks.
"Where?"
I want to open a soul box right next to him.
"What is this?"
A way out. Think about it.
"Out of the frying pan and into the fire, is that it?"
Yeah.
It's kind of wet for a frying pan.
Find a nickel.
"You know," and he kind of walks past it towards, like, the massive wall that you're standing on that he's looking up. And he says, "There's something wrong with this place.
You don't
This
say.
castle. What is it doing to my mind?"
I'm honestly not sure.
"It's like a soft white noise. I want to get out of here, but if I climb this wall, this castle will go on forever. It tells me that." And he grabs the wall with his hand, digging his fingers into the stone. "But I cannot help but wonder." And he starts climbing it with his fingers. "Is it worth it? Is it worth the madness?"
I want to extend it another 20 feet.
So you're making it rise above him, the ceiling rise with you, and you're almost sending the bricks he is on down. Actually, I would say you're just making it longer for him. "Is there an end to this diseased place? Is it a frame of mind? Is it simply madness?"
Where the souls are chanting, I want it to
Oh
start.
my god, I forgot about them. What
The-
are they saying?
Your God betrayed you, your
Your
king
God
betrayed you.
betrayed you, your king betrayed
Where they're stating a slight waterfall to start.
You do recall, actually,
And a drain in the middle of the,
no,
labyrinth.
you do
now.
recall that ice was his weakness.
Oh,
So, is the water cold?
yeah.
Okay. So then he is...
So maybe he needs to be cooked a little bit longer. I mean, we have him in the dungeon if we do need to barter with him.
And as it pours, he slips into the water as it kind of blasts up. "Your God betrayed you," and he rises back up and sits sort of on his knees.
I'll stop the water and drain the bottom. I want a very gentle snow to fall, just perpetually.
Just kill me. If that is what you're going to do, then do it.
Larry,
I do not want my mind to slip from me.
Larry, next time I come speak to you, remember I offered you a way out. I want to dismiss the soul box and leave the dungeon. He needs to be cooked a little bit longer. He's not cooperating yet.
But isn't... I just thought they said unwilling was even better.
If that's the case...
Innocent is even
Oh.
better.
If
Well,
that's...
he's a pretty fucking innocent guy.
I mean, we have him.
Yeah.
If we make a deal with a devil, we could bring him to the outside of the Dust Keep, and I could make him confined to a room and come to the front
Yeah,
of it.
you're bringing the Dust Keep.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
No, so we're trying to make
You
it
just have the
simpler.
prison with you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun anyway.
As you close the door on the chanting, "Your king betrays you, your god betrayed." But in that awful hoarse. That's right. Their voices are fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
They're just "Your king betrayed," like dead fucking voices screeching it at him. And as the door is shut, you just hear.
Are you guys with me, or you're not?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Oh, where did you go?
Remember?
Experimenting.
Are you going to a room in the Dust Keep?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there's the courtyard outside.
You can find probably just a room,
I don't have any zombies.
or you could ask Jeff where a room is. Ask Esther.
On this
Yes,
week's
Mom.
Ask Esther.
You also have any zombies with you.
Yeah, I don't have any zombies with me.
Good point.
I'm blowing through charges right now. I could open up the zombie soul box if you need a few.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be outside spending time with Ptolemy anyway, so graveyard, workshop.
The bird.
Yeah.
That and I want to reach out to John.
Okay.
Dear John.
Yes, Miss Astride.
I need...
We have no new news
We found her.
on the other. That's excellent. I'm sorry that we were not able to figure it out.
That's fine. I need for you guys to collect for me. Let's be ambitious. 10 to 15 innocent people, preferably women and children.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, probably the younger the better.
Children? No problem. Is there any specific kind of children you want? Should we be focusing on boys,
Large
girls, any
children.
specific elves, humans, orcs, dwarves? We'll
Well,
just bring you a baker's dozen.
we need this, I would say, by tomorrow.
Alright, we'll work on it tonight.
The more unique, the better. But we will take all human if needed. If you can somehow get something that's more unique, that's fine.
Well, there are a lot of elven refugees who have escaped from
And they won't be missed.
from the tree. Exactly.
Jeez.
No, the way the town was treating.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'll get it done.
Okay. And bring them to... what's the tree called? The actual tree?
The Lacuna tree.
The Lacuna tree.
The Lacuna tree.
That is where we are.
Alright. If we do, just make sure that you give the creatures there the heads up. I sent a messenger there once and he was eaten alive.
I'm sure.
Alright.
Good job, Lance.
Very well. I'll send some of our dumber, just in case. Alright. It will be done. What do you want us to do with the parents?
I don't care.
Would you like us to bring them too?
Sure, I mean...
So a couple dozen families?
Not if it's gonna make it more difficult. If you need to just...
Kill them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What we need is innocent.
Those who we can bring, we will. But those who resist, we'll just kill. That way we don't cause any sort of hubbub.
Yeah, don't make a scene.
Okay. Not a problem.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No.
Alright. So, that would be done tomorrow. Jeff, do you have and I'm very sorry, I do not know if I wrote down the name of the
Hammer?
animal trainer. Did you
Oh.
kill her?
No, she was supposed to be out here.
She was out here, right?
Yeah.
Did I give you her name?
No, I don't think so.
I know I had a name for her and I just did not fucking write it down. Either way, we will,
That was when you got the keep, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Let me see if I wrote that.
No, not when he got the keep.
Oh, no, she was taken from...
This was during the shenanigans with Fletcher with the
Yeah.
animals.
Oh, okay.
The nonsense episode where we rescued animals. So I don't remember her because I didn't expect you to like want to keep her. Okay, so you are outside with that awful bird, right?
Wonderful bird.
And I don't think I gave you the stats on that bird. And what is its name?
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy. Okay. And what are you doing with him?
I guess just observing.
Okay. So, the animal trainer that you had captured is out there still with Ptolemy. She seems not as like super scared. She's actually sitting there like drinking some ale. And you see her, she has something in her hand, and she's kind of like walking with it calmly, and then she just throws it into the air, and you see, at first you didn't see Ptolemy, but you just see this dark, like, sort of line, and he snags whatever it was right out of the air, and you hear as he grabs it, and you see him like, and he flies and lands on this other like kind of metal pole. As it's sort of, I remember you kind of turn this area into like a training ground or something. So there's like rings to like fly through. There's like these random poles and things everywhere for him to like perch onto. And so there he is, perched onto this thing, and he seems to be just devouring a mouse. And she's sort of looking at him with like some pride, you know, and we just like and like takes a drink. As you remember, she was like a bandit who stole a bunch of animals and was selling them illegally. Ah, there he is. Alright, cool, I have all his stats. So, she kind of turns to you. Oh, hey there.
How's it been going?
Well, Voth Ravens are natural learners and natural hunters. He's doing well. I wasn't exactly sure what you wanted him to be trained to do, but he definitely responds well. But I would suggest that if you want to control him, you need to start forming a relationship with him. So you need to, hang around him a lot. They are loyal creatures. He hasn't warmed up to me quite yet, but that is because Voth Ravens are very picky.
Mm-hmm.
But spend some time with him, and he might get along with you. Yeah, he's doing well.
Are your needs here being met? As
Mine?
our
Oh,
guest.
fuck. These ghost things are awesome. All I do is, like, I ask them to go get me shit, and they do it. I ask them to go get me food. Like, whatever I want. It's fucking amazing. I just, all the beer I can drink, and it's decent. That's great. It's awesome. Look at that one. And it's, like, a child whose like face is like in perpetual horror. And she goes, hey, and it turns to him, and she goes, do a push-up, and it like lays down and does a push-up. She's like, ha, do a little dance, and then starts doing a little dance. And she's like, this is great. Love it here. You got any more animals you want me to train?
Not at the moment.
All right, well, bring it to me when you do.
We'll do that.
Cool. I will say though, I don't sleep here. Mm-mm.
No?
Nope. I sleep right out there. And she points like just outside of the territory. She was, I was in there before. Your castle is fucked. There's something very sick about this place. It doesn't seem to affect him though. He likes it here. And you see the Voth Raven just like watching you as like the tail like slams into its mouth. But yeah, I made a little camp out there. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Just so you know.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I want to sprout my wings and make eye contact with the bird
The
and just
bird.
start flying up.
Your bird?
My bird, yeah.
Or the other? Okay. So you, as soon as you do that, she goes, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And
Do you have any more of those rats? Mice?
yeah, and she has this little bag around her shoulder, and she opens it up, and she just and reaches in and closes it, and there's like rat kind of squirming around. She hands it to you. Holy shit! And he looks directly at it. What was his name again? Ptolemy. Ptolemy eyes it, and you see like the pitch black eyes surrounded by that little like almost like ring of red, like kind of like mascara around his eyes, just a ring of red, as he
I
and
want
the
to
quills that are on his head kind of like.
just start flying up to the highest point of the castle.
He watches you at first as you fly, and then when you start getting a little bit higher, and is following you very fast. He's a very quick creature, and yeah, so he's just flying alongside you.
Perfect. I just want to get up to like the top of like where a gargoyle would sit and just sit there myself, just like Link kicking his feet off the side of a castle sort of thing.
And as you do, holding this rat kind of squirming in your hand, you see, and he perches like above you on like one of just the detailed sort of arches of it. So you are like here, and he's just like right up here, just watching. And you see like he's kind of like watching you, but he's also sort of looking around at the same time. So you're sort of in his peripheral, but he is fucking watching you. But it's almost like he's trying to act like he's not.
I guess how fucked up you get with this. Should have asked for a few rats. I want to pull the tail off of it.
As it screeches as you pull it
Throw
off.
it into the void.
He snags it. Like the minute it leaves your hand, and he's got it. And he goes and perches on another one a little bit closer.
I want to break the rat's neck just so I don't have to hear it. Poor thing. And how strong is that? So, like, could I pull off a leg and just go through one by one with the rat?
Ripping pieces off of this rat. And as you calmly are feeding it to Ptolemy, you are also looking at the surroundings. You see the Lacuna tree, a few miles off, still towering above the forest, but not as large as yours, as your castle. As you are on the highest point of it, you're almost a mile into the fucking sky.
Oh yeah, shit.
It depends on if
Yeah.
that's how you want one of the tall
No,
spire.
I never changed it. Yeah.
And as you're sitting there, you're kind of looking over beautiful land as this corrupted forest stretches out before you, and the beautiful valleys and mountains of Marcellia stretch before you, and yeah, it's a nice place. You toss the rat's head as he crushes it, and as you're sitting there kind of lost in thought, he and lands next to you, eating the rat's head, crushing it with like his beak.
I take a bite out of the body of the rat and give the rest to him.
You eat it, and he like notices, and then you feed the rest right out of your hand, and he kind of cuts your hand a little bit with his beak, but you don't mind. And he feasts on it, crushing its bones and tearing its flesh. And as you sit there, looking at the area, you hear, and you kind of turn, and you see the massive crow with the white eyes just sitting there.
Is there any rat left?
Mm-hmm.
I just nod.
Spite.
What about spite?
Spite.
What about spite?
And he looks at Ptolemy, and Ptolemy looks at him. Spite. his one wing goes out, but his other wing, which is missing, shoots out made of like shadow, and he and flies back into the window.
Okay.
So, you have finished describing your. How much did you tell her?
Everything.
Okay. You tell her everything about your experience with it, and she's been writing it all down. Astonishing. Thank you. This is very important.
What are you going to use with it?
I'm just going to document it, but it might be important to someone later. That's the point of libraries, is to record knowledge.
I'm going to teach you how to read.
Eventually, I may ask all of you about your lives. Write it down. I don't know much about your exploits out there. We hear bits and bobs, but it would be nice to know everything that you've done. Record
I'm
it.
not there, right? It's
No.
just Alex.
No, yeah. Record it and have it for future generations.
That may be a bad idea.
Why?
The things we do is not really good.
That's not relevant.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. There have been
Is Vonda still there?
I'm gonna say he's kind of he's been hopping around because he's just been telling stuff that Vondas already knows. So Vondas is like in the library somewhere. She goes, "This king of this land, he holds a lot of power, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you think he did only good things to get there?
No.
No. And let's say he didn't do half the terrible things that you've done. It doesn't matter. That was his way of doing it, and he did it. This is your way of doing it, and you're doing it.
I'd like to kill that king one day.
Now, that wouldn't be a very good thing to do, would it?
No. But he deserves it.
And it's also irrelevant. It's something you want to do. There is no good or evil in the world.
I think I've seen evil.
Have you? Or have you just seen someone else's ways of doing things?
I think I've seen evil.
Yeah, no, I don't. We've seen evil.
Maybe you have. Then maybe you know where your line is.
Possibly.
I'll do anything to protect this castle, to protect this library, to protect this place. I'll kill men, women, children, if it means protecting this place.
But why? What binds you to this place?
It's my calling.
I feel like you have greater purpose than guarding a few books in an old castle occupied by very creepy spirits. Like, just go for a walk outside.
No.
I feel like you've traveled the world before you came here.
Yes, I've seen a lot of things.
Aren't
I
those
hunted-
things more interesting than cobwebs, spirits, and books?
That's irrelevant.
No, it's very relevant. You're wasting your life and potential being cooped up in here while you're obviously quite the warrior.
No,
It's almost like something's holding you here against your will.
no, that's not it. She starts to like sweat.
I'm gonna keep badgering her about why she's actually spending her life in here.
No, this is my calling. This is my life now.
When did you first get here?
It's hard to remember. I don't remember.
What was... Describe the day that you got here.
Well,
What happened?
I don't remember.
You don't remember who you were with?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. And she grabs up the book. Thank you for telling me about the serum. And she walks off quickly into the library. Perhaps you pushed too hard today. Vondas.
Which is a very typical problem I have when it comes to speaking to...
Yeah, you jumped the gun a little. Vondas shows up.
Hey, Vondis,
Did you try hitting on her? It did not seem to work. She looked like she was about to cry.
something worse. I started asking.
What did you do? Did you punch her?
No. I started asking her about why she's here, and it appears that she's not here willingly.
Oh no, this castle's fucking terrible.
Yeah, but why are they here?
These people?
Mm-hmm.
Because they came here and they got trapped here.
Why can't they leave?
You can't feel it? That's probably because you know the master of the place. Little balls. The master of the place. Anyone else who wanders in here starts to lose their mind. I've heard tales of the Dust Keep. It's a bad fucking place. You go in, you lose your mind, and it either kills you or keeps you there.
Well, I'm gonna
I can
start.
only imagine what's going on to that apex downstairs. Wait, that's bad.
Well, I guess if we stay the night, I'm camping outside.
Oh, I would. Yes, definitely. Alright, so, I'm going to say, unless there's anything else you guys want to do we want to fast forward to the...
We can fast forward, but can I have done my thing?
Did you have a person to... Oh, one of your... Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so, let's buck with that. You have a room that Esther... Would you have set up a room for her?
Sure.
To experiment? Alright, so you have a room, it almost looks like a torture room, with like a rack where the zombie is sort of... do you have him strapped down, or you just have him chilling there?
Or strapped
Oh, he
on.
listens to me. It's fine.
Alright. So as you look at him,
Why am I strapped down?
you have the
This is
flowers.
getting weird.
You have the flowers which you can feel sort of a resonance to. You know that. Did you bring anything else? Like, what would Astride have brought into this room?
A gun.
Like, shit that was nearby? Other stuff from nature?
Well, all I had was poison darts and a dart blower.
Okay. Poison dart's a dart blower. I'm going to say probably like a bunch of dirt, soil, a rock, some leaves from a nearby fallen tree, some like oak branch or some shit. As you're sitting there trying to think, and you're thinking on like witch sort of knowledge, so you're looking at like some bugs or whatever, but you can't seem to like put your finger on it. You know that the flowers will work, but you've seen that before. And as you like, and you lean in a little bit closer, you feel that tingling in your tongue. It's sort of like that same feeling that you get when you get near those flowers. What do you do?
I'm thinking, because I don't know if she would actually do it. Alright.
How do you do it?
Just stick it out and just bite down.
And you start biting into your tongue, staring as the zombie in this dark sort of chamber lit only by torches. And you... I want you to take 5 just straight damage, just 5 damage. And the blood is sort of pouring down your throat. You're spitting it onto the ground. And you hold the tongue over the zombie's mouth, and he reaches for it with his mouth, and you drop it in. And he...
That's fitting anyway, because with my blood, I'd have to use my blood and take damage. I like that. Okay.
And as you kind of hold his head down, you see him start to change. And you see the skin kind of start to turn that sort of reddish color, and you're like, ah, fuck, it only turned him into a... And then you see his muscles sort of grow and bulge.
And
the
burst.
The flesh like splits from the rapid growth. You see that the long nails, they do start growing like as if he was a crimson, but you see that it's too fast, and you see that the bones, his fingers almost like explode and break off as huge blades come out of his hands. You see that his body starts convulsing. You back up. You see him flip off the table, contorting and screaming. And you see that as he flips around, he flips down onto his stomach and starts, like, shaking. His hands grab onto the ground as if he's going to walk on all fours. His legs sort of start breaking into, like, a different kind of... he's sort of folding them underneath himself. You see that the muscles of his body rip the skin, but the bones of his spine sort of start to grow and protrude in almost like little tiny spikes. His shoulder blades become like harder and larger. You see that his skull has split open and starts falling apart in pieces as his brain starts to take over the majority of his face. His eyes sort of just pour out into blood and sort of disappear. His teeth fall out, and huge fucking bone razors start coming out of where his teeth used to be. And now as you're looking at this creature on all fours, nothing, barely any skin left, mostly just muscle and bone, huge bladed claws, it opens its mouth kind of with this like, and this massive tongue comes out from its mouth, slapping the ground, and feeling around, kind of tasting the air around it. And as you're sitting there looking at it, the tongue sort of like finds you and just sort of licks the side of your face. And
Then starts purring.
and it stands
They
there.
kind of click.
And as the blood kind of pours out of your mouth, you can't help but smile. Okay,
Thank you.
so we're all gonna long rest. And
Yeah,
in the
and
morning.
I'll fix myself.
All right, let's take a short
And
break.
in the
right
morning,
there.
we're going to hell.
5 minutes, short little break, and then we'll be right back to.
Stay tuned for these messages.
Also,
Also, you gotta plug in your money grabs.
plug in my money grab.
We can do that on the return from.
You always say that,
You're
but
right.
you never do.
Well, remember it right
You're
now.
losing money every day.
Remember it right now.
All right, short 5 minute break.
Oh my god.
You have made so many homebrew.
Oh,
things.
yeah,
There's
You know, get ready to fight terrible devils and
Don't want to
We don't
that.
fight.
do other things. You guys will bring slaves. That's your
Gifts.
going to hell. Bring a few innocent folks.
Yeah, you know. It's the currency of the
It's
realm.
the classics.
Yeah, she said it's the currency, so.
We'll buy our way out.
I mean, you can. That's the whole point of this. You definitely can.
That's the whole point of this.
Because this lady saying that they would see it as some kind of
Nah.
act of war, act of attack if I try to reach out to her psychically.
They could. It depends. She's not 100% sure, but. Are we ready to roll?
Yeah.
Record.
It's recorded.
I don't see
So-
the red dot.
You guys, do you guys do a long rest?
Yep.
Okay. Are you done reading the book, Jeff? Or do you continue reading the book? Vondas kind of, speed read it and summed it up for you.
Yeah.
But did you want to read it for any sort of details?
No, I mean, I can return to it after this ordeal.
Okay.
Just to continue it.
So, you guys, sleep. What do you do with your time? Do you read more of your,
Because now I can, so I'll read more of it. Let me get back in my character.
Okay. So figure out how far along you are on that. I think the next one is like...
Well, it's 8 hours, right?
Well, they go up and up, though.
Yeah, but I'm spending 8 hours.
Yes, you're spending 8
additional
hours, so take away 8 hours from
Okay.
that. Alex,
Yes.
you dream.
I want to sleep out front in the courtyard.
Oh, I know, but you still dream.
Okay.
You see Boneface.
As you dream, you find yourself in a room in that same crack den that you were at in your other
Why are
dream.
you laughing? You're not in my dream.
And you're standing there, and in front of you is an orc. Nasty looking orc. He's turned around and he's working on something. And when he turns back around, you see the tattoo. All the white, the dark around the eyes, the lines for the teeth, the black on the nose. His gnarled, grisly-looking fucking face. His small, pointed ears, one of which little bit of ripped off, like something bit his ear off. The other one has a couple of rings on it. And he looks at you. And he lifts up your mother's head. You have a gun in your hand.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker.
Boom!
I want to keep squeezing the trigger.
Boom, 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 boom. Until the gun is just clicking. And you're standing over his body. Your mother's head has rolled off to the side. And he is completely fucking dead.
Oh,
The
nice.
smile on his face is gone. As the blood pools around him. The door opens.
I'm standing there.
Go through the door.
Go through the door. You see in front of you an orc. Tough looking. He's working on something. You have a gun in your hand. Maybe if you're fast enough, you think?
If I just shoot,
Maybe you can stop it.
okay, I guess I shoot.
You shoot him in the back. Boom. Do you keep shooting? Boom, boom. He kind of slumps to the side. You see it turn around. Nasty looking guy. Mean looking motherfucker. But not Skullface. And that's not your mother. It's some young man. Looks like his head is almost cut all the way off.
Okay, I did the right thing. Good.
And he's... weren't fast enough. The man died, but so now has the orc. The door opens in front of you.
Just run forward shooting.
Do you?
Yeah.
You run forward, boom, 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 boom. Orc, tough looking, boom, 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 boom. And he falls over and hits the ground. And there, sitting before you, is I don't know what they're called, like a gas tank to a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he was
Tinkering on it.
tinkering with it.
Start screaming no.
Blood is all over it. He's on the ground. The door opens in front of you as you're screaming in the room.
Just keep walking forward.
You walk forward. And this time you see in front of you a big tough orc. His back is turned and he's working on something.
I want to shout at him to turn around.
Fuck you. He waves a hand at you.
I'm gonna run over to him and try to pull his shoulder over.
Run over to him, pull his shoulder over. He pulls out a gun and fires into your chest. And you and you hit the ground. You don't have a gun in your hand. He has it. And it's Skullface. Fucking idiot. And he points the gun at you. Boom. And everything goes black. And in that blackness, before you wake up, you hear a voice far away. Is that what it feels like to you? And you wake up. So, you wake up in the woods, and
Pants are down.
as you wake up, you see a woman. You remember her because you helped take down the animal ring, I believe. Right? Was he there that episode? I believe you were there. He helped free all
Oh,
the
yes,
animals.
yes. You tackled her when she tried
Yes,
to run away.
it's the animal
I didn't know who
trainer.
you were talking about at first.
And she's sitting there eating an apple. I don't trust that fucking castle either.
Who? Oh, she's your birds trainer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Who the hell are you? Do I know who she is?
You tackled her.
Yeah.
Why?
You tackled me.
Oh,
too.
you took her to be your trainer?
You tackled me and zip tied me, asshole.
I think I saved you.
You definitely didn't do that,
She would
but
have died, so.
you guys did, not kill me, so.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.
What the hell are you doing out here?
I don't sleep in that fucking place.
Where do you sleep?
I sleep out here. I make camp.
I don't believe.
I'm still kind of trapped here, but
I used to
not
live
ins-
out there. Well, I'm sure shit not gonna run the fuck away.
I don't blame you. The place is creepy as hell.
You know that that Drow's got wings?
Yeah, I do, right?
What
Yeah.
the fuck, man?
There's like a bat type of man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Some sort of man bat. Some sort of
Man bat. That's a cool name. I should start calling him
some
that.
like bat person would be probably.
Bat
They're
drow.
they're bird wings. I'm not
No, they are. They're not bird wings. I can describe them next time you use them.
I'm never gonna use them.
I've
again.
described them like 100 times, but it's okay that you don't listen. Whatever.
there. Who's the wisdom?
What?
So you've been
What's a drow?
you've been training his bird. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Phrasing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do you train his bird to do?
You know, fly around, do tricks, obey simple commands,
Do tricks.
Fly around.
teach him to obey a person as opposed to just his own baser instincts.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have let you die.
I love doing this. I love animals.
Oh, okay. I thought you were okay. Whatever.
What?
I love animals.
I might be getting-
Says the puppy mill.
I might. Yeah, I don't know if I'm confusing.
Well, I
her
gotta
with-
I gotta feed myself. I used to live out in the wild and it sucks hard ass.
Ugh.
Satin is awesome to sleep on.
That
Like,
paints an
duh,
image.
I want money.
Yeah, I want money too.
Yeah, you seem like the merc type.
What gave it away?
Is it the freshly gashing scar on my face, or the stunningly handsome good looks?
She has a seat down by the tree.
Oh.
Still eating. It's definitely not that one. I don't know. You can just tell, you know? I mean, I was no merc, but I'm in the life in a way.
I could tell that you were into to birds and animals and stuff.
Well,
Nailed
yeah,
it.
I'm good with them. I know how to handle them. How to make them not fucking kill other people.
That's always good too.
But,
I do have +5 to survival, so I know my way around a bird.
Meta.
What does that mean? The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, I'm breaking the fourth wall again.
do they pay you for this shit?
They don't, but I do get paid. I got about like 60 pounds of gold in my bag.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
In that bag?
yes.
It's like a little canvas backpack.
It's a little bag, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed you got a, is that a real jackalope?
What are you talking about?
You got a jackalope with you.
Doesn't he only allow people to see him?
Don't ask us for help.
He literally just showed himself to like a whole mini town.
Yeah, remember
Singing.
all those people died?
Oh, yeah, him. That's who you're talking about. Yes, I do. I do, in fact, have a jackalope.
Did you honestly forget?
No,
Well, this
I-
is a jackalope?
I believe that. No, I know that. I just didn't know if she knew that.
Oh.
I've never seen one in real life.
Yeah, me either before I met him.
I heard they're crafty, though. Like, clever.
He's very intelligent.
Did he
Sometimes
ever
I think
steal your
he's
stuff?
Huh?
Did he ever steal your stuff?
No.
I heard they steal stuff. I don't know.
I mean, he might have stole a couple of cookies here and there. You know what I'm talking about. We like to snuggle on beds and like eat these cookies that this baker made us. Oh my god, they were so good. But no, he's never stolen anything from me.
Cool. Well, if you ever want him to get, like, trained or something, let me know.
I don't think he needs your training. Thank you, though.
Alright.
Fuck you too.
Well, see ya. She gets up, and as she starts walking there, you hear her, like, whistle. And you see this, like, kind of dart through the air, this dark little form. And you know that's Esther's bird. So, you guys all awake? Yes.
So, I remember we talked about this. It says I get 2 things, but did we discuss it and say just one as going forward? Okay.
Each.
Gotcha.
So. What are we doing?
Alright, so,
Do you have, like, a bedroom in the castle?
yeah.
What's it look like? Like, how would Esther...
He
Like-
just sleeps on the floor.
Yeah, what would he...
Upside down.
Like, she doesn't sleep. He slept outside. What do you do?
Probably like your typical castle bedroom with a like the 4-post bed and everything like that. Just simple but like normal
Elegant.
castle. Yeah,
Is it like
elegant.
spooky and weird?
Yeah, probably a little spooky.
Cool.
But pretty plain, really. Like not like ornate tapestries or anything, but just like blacks and grays and maybe even a little purple. Some candles, that sort of thing.
Nice. I like it. I like it. A little dimmer than the other room.
Mhm.
The other candle.
Of course.
Sure.
But situated pretty high up.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I always picture it next to that like throne room sort of thing. So.
Almost like you go past the throne room and there's your bedroom.
Mhm.
That's how I do my Minecraft houses.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
So I want to go down to the courtyard.
To the courtyard?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much just wait for everybody.
So, you all meet on the courtyard. Unless there's anything else you wanted to do. Did yours regrow yet? Do you have to roll something for that?
Oh no.
I imagine I
Krypton.
didn't.
What the hell happened to you?
I would have had to do it before my rest, so I'm fine now.
But I forgot to do it.
Yeah, you forgot to do it. You don't have a tongue now, do you?
No.
Alright.
Start
That's
saying
fine.
stuff with S's.
So, you all gather in front of the courtyard. You're in the courtyard.
We ready to leave this shithole?
Do I have my people? Did my people get here?
Ah. So, as you stand there, it's early in the morning. And... I'm going to say probably...
Maybe we have time for breakfast before the Goonies show up.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
probably
did the
have-
Goonies show
You
up?
probably have a few hours before they show up, really.
Is that what you call them? The Goonies?
So, so while you wait, you have some breakfast, served to you by shattered souls, whose faces are caught in a perpetual silent wail. It's a decent breakfast. It's really good. Very
Never been
filling.
so appetizing.
And you, Astrid, you hear, hello.
Like in my
Hello.
head?
No, in your breakfast.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
Not much. Can I help you?
Yes. Van.
My people
Boys.
are here.
Sad boys.
My sad boys are here.
Mm-hmm. And sad kids.
Okay.
And sad, bigger people.
Okay, those are for me. So you can let them come in.
Okay,
Don't eat them. Don't hurt them.
we kill one.
No.
We eat one.
No.
We keep Van.
Don't you have... How are they gonna get back?
He's
They can
chewing
walk
in your
back.
ear.
Oh.
Don't you have people in that were scouting around in the prison? In your little prison?
Hmm?
Didn't they capture people?
Mm-hmm.
Eat them.
We did. Yum.
You can't eat them. I need them.
No more scouts.
Not for a while.
Mm-mm. Maybe a day.
God, I just remembered that they have dire wolves with Gatling guns attached to them.
Yeah, I gave you dire wolves.
Pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You can't eat them.
No, we love wolfies.
No, I mean you can't eat the sad people.
One.
No.
Put down. Put down.
Put down what?
Okay. No eat.
Okay. I go meet my sad boys.
Okay, bye. So it's a few hours trek down there, because you're a couple miles away. But you're able to make it through the corrupted forest, and you were able to meet a couple of your sad boys, who have a.
Plethora.
How many?
He said a van. It was a pretty fucking big, van
It's a train.
that they had hollowed out and just filled. So you
There's
have
tracks there.
you have 12
How
children.
did that get here?
It looks like 3 of them are from the same family, and they're like triplets, so they're all identical,
Ooh.
which is like whoa.
They're worth more to
Yeah.
the devils.
Mhm.
Sell them separately.
You gotta collect
see-
them all.
You see, there is one child who is a dwarven child. You see another child who looks to be an elven, a young elven girl. Looks like one child who is exceptionally fat, like astonishingly fat, very overweight. They're all probably around like
With a chocolate bar in hand.
9 or 10 years old. I'm gonna say probably.
Jesus, why are they so young?
Because they're innocent.
There is another 2 more that are also twins.
Wow.
Well, you wanted them to find specifically interesting people. You find one kid that does not look exceptional at all. He's just sort of like, kind of standing around, nervously, just sort of looks whatever.
Exceptional.
One kid who's wearing a little baseball uniform.
One man dressed up as the Monopoly guy.
A partridge in a pear tree.
Or 2 more dwarven children.
Will they manage to do this on the down low?
Did they
Well, they managed to do it. What?
did they bring any of the family?
So, what you do have is about 5 adults.
Alright.
One is a woman who looks just in shock, and you see she's got a little bit of blood on her face. Another is a man who is like bound, and just like also just looks kind of distraught. His nose is broken. And it looks like he's missing a tooth. The adults are in rougher shape because they wrestled their kids from them. Another one who is a dwarven woman, who seems to be wearing like a blacksmith's apron, and is just like, still like near her child, kind of holding him.
Blacksmith.
Yeah,
Okay.
blacksmith, and an elven man and an elven woman, who just look like they're wearing very fine clothes, and they just look terrified.
What was the before the a dwarf? I'm sorry.
A man bound, and he has his nose broken and a missing tooth.
And the last one?
An elven man and woman who seem to be a couple.
That's 4.
No, the woman, terrified with blood on her face.
Okay.
The guy, bound. The blacksmith,
Female,
man and woman.
Human.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And she just looks like she's in shock.
Is she the only one? The female human is the only one that looks really beat up.
No, the guy, the dude, the big dude who's bound, has a broken nose and a missing tooth. She doesn't look beat up. She just has blood on her.
Okay, so
Like someone else's blood got on her. And
So-
she's not really standing near the guy with the broken nose, so you assume that's not her husband.
that's fine. But the man is the only one that
Looks beaten up, yeah. The rest look in pretty decent shape.
Right.
They're like clothes are a little torn and rough, but but they're frazzled. They're upset. You know what I mean?
the other 4 are fine, but he's not gonna be. He's worth less because they beat him up. So.
Would you like us to sacrifice him to Draxi in this?
No, he's still useful.
Oh, okay.
Um,
John's not there. These are 2.
Yeah.
John's handling shit.
and this was done without drawing too much attention.
Not too much. Valnar's a big city, and it currently had so much going on with all of the aftermath of what you guys have done that most of this has been covered. We also made it look like a lot of the families look like they just moved. We stole a lot of their things, which we've taken back to base, and just sort of packed up, but didn't make it look like a mess. We made it look like they just moved out in the night.
Okay. Alright, well, thank you.
Of course.
You guys are free to go.
Thank you very much, Mitch. And thank you very much, Miss.
Asshole.
Praise Draxia.
Praise
Nay.
I'm going to
the muffin.
make the man. Let's bring
He backs up as you start getting near him.
a variety. So I want to turn him into an ivy.
What are you doing to him?
So first I'll do. Does
Wait,
he have
one
to be a
of-
corpse?
One of your people or one of the slaves?
One of the slaves, because
Okay.
they beat him up,
They do have
so
to.
he's damaged.
They do have to be zombies first.
Yeah. Which means that he has to die.
Man, we are evil.
No, you're good businessmen and women.
We have
Is Finger
slaves.
upset for all that?
Well,
We're definitionally
You're-
evil.
yeah, I can't. You can't get around.
You can have fun arguing everything else.
You know how the whole game you guys have been like, we're not bad guys. We never did anything. You cannot escape this one.
You know
Like,
what? Did they leave?
No, not yet. They were just packing up, but they haven't left yet.
I changed my mind.
Absolutely.
What you were saying before, yes. Please sacrifice him for me right now for Draxia.
Absolutely.
Imagine driving back. Hey, wait, 1 second. Actually, what? Get over here. You want me to what?
So,
I'm just
they
finishing this podcast.
they both whip out these blades,
Mhm.
these knives,
I don't want
Thin-
to waste a spell.
thin knives, kind of styled after John's own like 50s switchblade, but they're just like daggers, and they pull them out, and they seem to have Draxia's symbol.
What's the 50s?
And My Chemical Romance written on it.
And they both go over, and the guy goes, no, this is bullshit, and he goes to like run, but his feet are bound, and he no, and he starts crawling away, and the goblins have gotten in an uproar, and they're all getting very excited and getting very close, and so the goths are like stay back, and the one gets on his
Is Sneak here?
yeah, Sneak's there because he was like waiting. So the one goth gets on his back and pulls his hair up, and the other one is like roll him over. So they roll over this man who is just like begging and pleading, and trying to like wrestle with them, and and the exceptionally fat child is like daddy no. So this is really fucked up. Like this child is crying for his father. His father is being wrestled to the ground, flipped over. The beat up woman is just like, she just starts screaming. The dwarven woman grabs the exceptionally fat child and covers his eyes. As you just
Exceptionally fat job.
do you change your mind, or do you allow it to happen?
No, I need it.
Okay.
I don't want
So
to waste
you-
a spell.
So you just stand there and hearing the screams of this child for his father, the screams of the woman.
Stop trying to make me feel guilty.
I'm making it what's happening.
He's laying it out.
They're screaming and crying. You guys aren't there, right?
Yeah, we all, unless you don't want to.
Are you guys all there?
Why are they
Yeah.
killing the people?
I just want
She needs a zombie.
He was damaged goods. He had a broken nose and a missing
to. They
tooth.
beat him up.
So she said, sacrifice him to Draxia. So the two goths dragged him away, and one of the child, that's his father, and he's screaming, and the captives are just like, oh god, because now they think that they might die. And sure enough, the goths stand him up, and he's like, and the one puts a dagger to his throat, and he just, please don't do this, and he puts his hand like on his head, and he's like, and he goes, may the chaos spread ever further. May our goddess come to this world. And he's gliding the blade down, and it's just putting a little bit of blood. And he's like, and it cuts the guy's shirt. May she come to our world and spread her beautiful madness. And he pulls the guy's head up. Look at me. And the man, he goes, this is a beautiful thing. You will feed the horrid hordes. And he's like, no, please. And he just into his heart. And yes. And the two just go to fucking town, stabbing him. The goblins start. The dire wolves fucking howl. Everybody's just loving it. The goblins just didn't know and just think it's a show. They're like, yay! Like, this is a lot of fun.
Can I pull out like 5 nice big cookies from my bag of holding and hand them to the fat kid?
And you walk over to him, and he goes, no, please. And the dwarf goes, take me, please, just don't hurt them.
Just want to like hush her and give him the cookies.
And he goes, and she goes, don't eat those, and she slaps him out of your hand. And
I'm
they,
gonna go to her. You don't know the next time he's gonna eat.
and she picks him up. Eat them.
Those were the non-poison
Yeah.
ones.
Oh my god, that would have been incredible.
I'm not that.
No,
hard.
he only
I don't-
put the non-poison ones
I don't
in
have
his
the
bag.
poison ones because I was afraid I would accidentally eat them.
The child is grief eating because his father
He no longer cares
is
about his
currently
father.
still being
They're
stabbed.
so
to
good.
death.
As the blood is, oh, these are pretty.
Some of
good.
the goblins are getting too close with knives, and they're
No,
like,
no,
"This
no.
is for Draxia, back off!" And they're like, and
You're
they're
the
like,
next
wouldn't-
time you'll eat, so scarf
in
them
my
all
head.
down immediately.
so,
don't
Tell
mess with
Sneak
them
Peek.
at all.
Handle it.
shall we remove his head, miss?
No,
You require it?
I require.
you require it.
They back off and just
Now you can
and their sleeves, all the black sort of clothes they're wearing are just soaked in
Go
blood.
back to Valnor now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They go.
Happily. I mean, not
And they get
happily.
in their car, blood and all. And now you have this bloodied body. Do you
Yeah, so I will put a flower in there and some of my blood.
Okay. So you put the flour and the blood in there,
I'll take 5.
and oh god, Daddy! Is he okay?
There's no help in that.
Is he okay? The man,
He's
soon
gonna
you
be
see
fine.
the plants start to crawl around him. His body alters and changes.
He's
And
vegan now.
before you evolves this is probably the first time you guys have seen one of these. No,
Yeah.
there's no I
Yeah.
don't know. Evolves and turns into this like plant zombie. It doesn't even like represent what like it's humanoid in shape, but as it rises and stands, it's like two big viney whips
Like
for
the
arms
Mario.
that end in
Fang.
like big toothy mouse traps on each hand, and
Oh,
its
I know.
Mouse
head,
traps.
its head is just a fly traps. Its head is just a massive horn.
It gets 2 charges and that's it.
Its hands are dead.
You better be fast. With its head is a massive fly trap of just thousands of teeth filling it, and it just
I know what you're talking about. The
and you see these
plant.
horrid like orange bulbs grow on its body, and he's just Daddy! and he's crying.
Alright, I'm good.
Well, I think
The
I've seen
civilians are fucking horrified. I mean, crying, screaming. They're covering the children's eyes. It is a shit show.
everything. At least they won't get out of hand now.
Exactly.
The one child is not.
Oh, he's
The unexceptional child is simply staring.
I feel like he's gonna be your buddy. I feel like you can't get rid of him. There's something to him.
So what do you want to do?
Is he a baby like psychopath?
Just a little 10-year-old,
Baby
9-year-old kid.
psychopath.
Just staring. So,
Alright, yeah, I have my bargaining tools.
Everyone into the courtyard.
okay.
Make haste.
Well, do you have to go back to where the Shadowkeep is?
I guess so.
Oh yeah, we traveled.
The
didn't
Dusky?
I traveled.
Alright, so you spend a few hours going back to the Duskeep, and you get
We
there.
have
It's
to break
about,
their
it's about
morale.
yeah. You get there. It's about noon now. Maybe like 1 or 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock. So you're in front of the Duskeep. You have your pack of civilians. You have your Ivy zombie,
And the liquor.
and your liquor comes walking up.
What the fuck is that thing? I want to draw down on it.
So you whip out your gun on this awful humanoid-shaped thing that is crawling. No skin, just muscle and bone protruding out of the muscle. And this massive tongue. And one of the kids goes, ah! And he goes, ah! And starts crawling towards them in an attempt to kill them.
Stop.
And it's just fucking awful to behold. Alex is pointing a gun at it.
I
It's
guess once
fine.
I notice she controls it, I'll holster my gun.
Bondus is looking at it, unsure. Well, I guess this is where we part ways.
Indeed.
Do you want to stay in the castle and see what happens on this?
No, you're going to bring the castle to this.
Yeah.
I cannot go to hell.
Why don't you stay in the tree at our little plant bar?
I think that's what I'm going to do.
Don't-
Pint bar.
Don't drink.
There's not really a lot of people that he could
Exactly.
Blow our cover.
Exactly. What am I even going to do when I'm there? I can drink a little bit.
monitor yourself. We don't know how long we're gonna be gone.
We
Yeah,
also
yeah, come
don't
on.
know what he can do.
Yeah, I know. I'm fine.
That sounds like someone who has a problem.
Go. Have your fun. Have fun in hell.
Do I have to have the goblins lock you in the brick so we have to make sure?
Keep them sober.
Yeah.
Goblins couldn't lock me anywhere. I'll see you all when you're back. Be safe. Don't make any deals.
Yeah. See, we will see you.
Trading for information is fine. For the love of God, don't get into a contract. That's my piece. Good luck and goodbye, and I'll be at the tree.
Goodbye, Wandus.
And that's it for Vondas.
He dies.
Comes back. He's
I'm
just
taking him off the character roster. That's it for Vondas.
find him passed out. It's a
Gone.
plant bar.
So,
Finally.
I
we going
want
down?
to
Esther's actually doing that. Like, okay.
make a just like a stone, almost like the what's the Native American thing, like a wigwam, just like a long tube building, almost like a tent.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. It might be a wigwam.
I
Longhouse.
think
Long
teepee?
It actually might have been a longhouse, whatever their version
I
of
want to
it.
make something like that out of stone.
Did you make that up? Just a
No.
longhouse?
No,
I'm
I-
pretty...
that's what they're
It
called.
sounds familiar, yeah, but go on.
Like a stone one of those in the front yard.
Alright,
And I
okay.
want all the cannon fodder to go into it.
We could use the van to keep them,
It
and
is
your
a longhouse.
and your plant can carry it.
I think
The
van's
big
small.
busted armored van?
Yeah.
No, you guys still have that. The one that you took, it can't drive,
Oh,
but...
when we get there, we can use that as
Okay.
as a box.
like a carriage.
So right now in the
Yeah,
courtyard,
Mr. Marbles just carry it.
in the front of the castle, there's the gate, and in the open space between the gate
Bringing
and
children to
the
hell.
castle, we
Literally,
have a stone tent.
Fuck.
it really is a
We have
evil
a
campaign.
silo of the
Of
slaves
civilians.
and the
Yeah,
children.
yeah, yeah. Like, let's stay away from calling them slaves. Let's call them human trading tokens. That's a lot better, right?
I
Is that a
don't
lot
think
better?
you can sugarcoat it any other
It
way.
is.
Let's
is-
just not
in
call
any
them
way.
anything. Let's
I just feel like calling them
Ignore the
slaves.
problem.
yeah. Let's just
Slaves makes me sick to my belly. That's when you
I
say
mean,
that.
it's to be fair. There's
It's
a
what
reason
you're doing.
why,
It's-
yeah.
You know what? You're right. It's what you're doing.
I mean,
Let's do this.
they're not slaves.
All right.
no forced labor here.
They're not like they're gonna be cleaning or anything. There's gonna be food. Just gonna be devil food.
What the devils do with them is
Is their business.
Yeah.
We're not getting.
The
we
traffic-
They will. How
humans.
about this? They will become slaves. Right now,
we
they're
don't know
just
that. What if they just
kidnapped
release
victims.
them?
Well, why would you say that?
Because they're gonna become
Yeah,
slaves.
but, you know.
No, you're the bad
Fuck
one.
you! You're the one doing it.
People. This
You
is what
killed
they
a
do.
man's father in front of him and turned him into a plant monster.
That child is still with us.
Just watch the child who has run out of his cookies. He ate all of
I'm
them.
not giving him any more. I told him to ration himself. Jesus,
Oh, yeah, Mr.
kill it,
Marbles
kill it.
is now outside with us as well.
All right, so you raise Mr. Marbles. The civilians scream, and as he rises up,
They're gonna
and
be
the
dead
civilians
before we
start,
get there.
he goes, "Oh," and he raises his hammer, which he now just always has because I just
Mr.
imagine it's
Marbles
equipped
now.
to him.
How many people do we have?
Minus the one
Mr.
that
Marbles.
is a zombie now.
4 adults and 12 kids.
We lost one.
It's breakage.
Mr. Marbles, bad. The rest of you guys will be fine.
He doesn't
Trust
get what
me.
he's doing. He doesn't.
12 kids.
He's in his.
He's like a large baby.
Just one of the kids. All right, so
Why marbles?
you create this little bunker for
Well,
these people.
I had
to
Mr.
go in.
Marbles up the whole time. I let him come back out from the castle. Is when I was.
Okay, so okay comes. You make this. You create from the bricks, rise up out of the ground and create this this sort of bunker that you want to put these people in, and you corral them in there, like animals, and so they're in there terrified.
Like a crowded elevator.
Okay,
That's better.
That's a good way of painting it.
and
All right.
so
So.
you have to travel there
I know,
first.
I
Okay, but
So
all your shit's refreshed because you took a long rest.
Are we ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to join hands in a circle.
Wouldn't it
You,
be
you,
a
you
triangle?
do have to join hands in a circle, actually.
Mr. Marbles too.
Okay.
Who touches Mr. Marble's hands?
Jeff has both of them.
It's just
There's just the two of us. I mean, no. I want you guys to come in case I need help when we get there. So I want to focus on as safe of a plane outside of the city of Dis as I can hope for.
Okay. Well, okay.
like a nice green field with plush fruits and vegetables and trees to shade us from the harsh sun.
You ready to do this?
I feel like I'm missing a kid.
Is it all of us? Or
Oh, there we go.
You got the fat. Okay,
Yeah, I
you got
got
them. All right. Remember, there was triplets right in the beginning that
Yeah.
all look alike.
Bondus isn't coming with us. Everything else we have is inside the castle.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say
Including the apex. He's in there.
Mhm. Is the breeder or animal trainer, is she inside the walls or is she
No. She's probably caught wind of what's happening, and she's just
Oh.
standing there, like in the woods. Just.
Sure you don't want to come along?
Where were you going? Going to hell?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
You sure?
Yep.
There's a nice bar in the tree.
What?
There's a nice bar
She'd
in the
get
tree.
torn apart.
Not going near that fucking
Well,
place.
wait. She can't leave. She's gonna be in the middle of the woods
Oh, I'm fine with that.
when we leave.
I thought she was like locked in the keep.
Oh
in a
yeah.
sense.
Mm-mm. She didn't want to be in there. She can be if you keep her in there long enough.
If you want her to.
You have
Gotcha.
to make a cell for her, and
Okay.
then, that's if the keep doesn't kill her. Because it likes to kill people, too. So,
Well then.
are you guys going?
But yeah.
So you all join hands, and as you concentrate on
The white
the
noise.
outlands... What? The outlands around the city of Dis. You've never been there, you've never seen it, you're not sure what to expect, but... As you blink from one place to another, it is instantaneous and incredibly jarring. Not because of the travel itself. You're used to that. You've done this at least once or twice before. But the change in the environment is extreme and unpleasant. The heat hits you immediately and is definitely uncomfortably hot, but not damaging to your body. Astride, however, it feels lovely to you. You really enjoy it. The air smells and tastes like metal and smoke. The sky above you is black with thick smoke, and you can just make out these winged beasts flying in and out of the roiling toxic sky. The environment around you consists of massive dark reddish stone cliffs and mountains, run through with huge veins of what looks like to be raw iron. You begin to smell rubber burning, and notice that under your feet is solid, refined iron. And you see that it's like some kind of road made completely of iron. Just... It's hot as fuck, and your boots are melting. Your clip-cloppy feet are fine.
I spread my wings and hover.
You see that the road seems to lead for miles in both directions, and that the same reddish stone and iron ore stretches out to the horizon. No sign of life.
That's it?
Here you are in what you assume to be the outlands of the city of Dis.
And we don't see the city from here?
No. You don't see anything from where you appear. You're standing on this iron road. You're looking out into this vast wasteland. The iron road seems to go that way and that way.
Alex, how are you doing standing on that?
Is the redstone, is that cooler? Not cooler, but...
It's not melting your boots, no.
Okay, then I'll jump on off-road into the
So,
redstone.
so you go and walk onto the red stone, and it's a little bit dusty and
Gravelly.
yeah, a little gravelly. And as you look back, you see Esther and Astride standing there, and behind them is a decent-sized building, just on its own. It's it has all of these strange machines lined up in front of it. The walls and the door of the building are made of iron, and there is a large skull hanging on the front of the door of an animal you've never seen before. The machines in front of the building are bizarre and intimidating. But from where you're looking, you can't quite seem to make out what they are. Sharp and weird. The building itself has on top of it this massive, sort of like a symbol or a rune, kind of floating there of like energy and like raw, arcane energy, and you're not sure what the runes mean.
The fuck is that thing?
You both turn around and see the same thing.
How far away from us is it?
Like where the end of my apartment is, like just, I don't know,
Does it
what's
look
that,
like
10
it could-
yards?
It could
Not even?
move.
No. It looks like a building with a bunch of machines in front of it
Hmm.
that don't seem to be attached to it. But it's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I wonder if it mines the iron.
Can I?
Astrid, what languages do you speak?
Infernal and common.
You can read the sign on the top. You can read what those runes say. The arcane runes floating.
Gas station.
And the arcane runes say, the rusty wheel.
This is just the rusty wheel.
You don't
Oh.
know what that means. Do you approach it?
No.
Okay.
Could I grab a couple pieces of loose rubble and tape them to the bottom of my shoes?
This is a biker bar in hell.
Oh, we gotta stop in then. Does-
You are duct taping small rocks to the bottom of your
my
shoes.
sole.
Like flat, I'm gonna say fine.
Yeah.
So you click,
like the
click,
ones that
click,
you would
click.
want to skip across the lake.
Yes,
I
that's
want to
what
duct tape
you
them
are
to the bottom.
currently
of my soles.
duct taping them to the bottom of your shoes.
I want to fly up
As you, okay.
and
How high?
Not that high.
Okay. Oh, good. All right. So you fly up kind of high,
Okay.
and what are you looking at?
Just around.
So you fly up
Nothing.
miles of nothing. What you can see as you look around, though, you look out to where like the road stretches, and you look out and you see way off in the distance something huge. Like a serpent sort of shape, kind of go from one end of the ground and crash into another with these massive dust clouds. And you see, like, way off in the distance, like in the haze of the heat, you can almost make out, like, over one of the mountains, you can see one of the mountains far off just kind of like something just exploded on it.
I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't have came here.
And as you kind of look, like, this is what you're seeing, you're just sort of taking in, and as you look around, you see one of these, like, one of the winged things kind of flying through the air, and a bigger one just, like, and snag it out and just... It seems that the ecosystem of hell is a whole nother level of
You
Of
couldn't.
bad.
have thought of
Astrid,
things
did you
like
feel
that.
something? Do you feel
Are
it?
we in it? Is this dis?
This isn't this. I'm assuming it's not.
I mean, it's the layer that Dis is on. Dis is a
Yeah.
city on this layer.
So we're on the right plane.
Plane.
Yes, oh yes.
Should
definitely.
I start bringing the dust keep here just to give us a home base?
Do I feel anything?
You're trying to reach out to her?
I just want to know if she's here. I'm not communicating, but can I feel her here?
You can't feel any connection to any of them.
Well, I know.
But you do
yeah,
recall that
but-
she said that you probably wouldn't because the city of Dis is heavily guarded with runes and shit. You'd have to get in the city and then put out your feelers. Shit.
We have to find the city.
Should we set up the castle here?
I thought the castle comes with us
So,
now.
I
In
can
an
bring
hour.
it here.
Okay.
Half hour.
Well, you could do that. I'm gonna have to win myself a bike.
Do you approach?
I'll wait
This
until
building?
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
so
Knew you couldn't resist it. Knew you fucking couldn't resist.
I don't know if we should make camp here
It's too
because
exciting.
did you see the city when you went up?
No.
So who knows how far away it is?
Maybe the locals could help us.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe the nice, friendly local biker devils
Hey,
in
don't.
hell.
I wouldn't judge.
Alex isn't coming back home.
I wouldn't judge them before we spoke to them. Maybe we could sell one of the humans for like 3 bikes.
You know what? But we don't
I
have
mean,
the castle
You
with
can
us.
just fly.
We will in an hour, right?
You can put us in the soul.
I'll try
box.
using diplomacy while you're doing that and see where I can get with location of the
I
city.
mean, can we bring... yes, we can bring the castle with us on the same plane.
You can move it. Can he move it?
No. You would have to... No. If it's on one plane,
That's
you can't
what I-
just teleport it around on one
That's
plane.
what I
So,
thought, yeah.
if you want to put it in the Shadowfell, and then when you come to the material plane, go into the city of Valnar and bring it out, you can do that. But what you can't do is move it from the
When you're
forest
on...
to the city.
Exactly. When you're on
Really?
one plane...
Yeah, you can't do that.
When
So
you're on one plane, it's one and done.
It's one and done.
But this is a different plane from that where Valor's
Yeah, no.
on. Yeah.
He can bring it here, and if he walks into the city of Dis, he could
can't bring it
theoretically
closer,
bring
though.
it right in there.
So-
Would be a good idea. But if it's in front of this biker bar, and then he
That's
goes
it.
into the city of Dis, he can't do that.
But
That's-
if you
that's
wanted
the
to
rules.
move it, it would take essentially an
That's
hour.
way
'cause you'd have
too
to move it
fucking
somewhere
OP.
else, and then
I mean, I guess I could do that. Could I
Teleporter,
leapfrog it like that? No, because I have to bring it to where I'm at.
If you can bring it
to the Shadowfell.
so if you bring it here, right? Then when you go back to the material plane, you can put it wherever you want.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to go right back to the forest. It can go wherever you want.
Mhm.
But you have to take it off of that plane in order to put it on a new plane again.
Yeah.
So you can bring it. You can bring it here, no problem. Yeah.
We just get like basically one shot of where we're gonna spawn it.
Yeah, but he can only do it. Well, he can only do it once because plane shift can only work once per long rest. So wherever you bring it, you got to rest there before you can.
And
go to
that's
another
really
place.
what I'm trying to give us is a place that we can recharge everything in case the slightest thing goes south.
Which, with you looking at the environment, it looks like if you tried to a camp out here would be basically just like
Yeah.
have fun dying. In the
Yeah,
middle
That's
of
what I'm
the night.
saying.
Like, yeah, it
my
looks,
survival skills
not to
will
mention
carry
you don't
over to
you don't know what nighttime is here. It's a roiling black sky. Like you know nothing about this environment.
Well, should we go in and see how far we are?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because I don't want to set up and then it's like 3 days travel in a whole different direction. And then we're kind of boned.
You couldn't have gotten us any closer.
I tried. I've never been here.
Touche. Perhaps we'll all be here one day.
This is where bad
We-
people
we
know
are
when
here.
they die.
Today's that day.
Yeah, earlier than I would have imagined. Okay, I'm gonna go into whatever the fuck that is.
Alex confidently tropped across the iron road with his clip-cloppy feet now because he's got stones on the feet.
I'll follow
I'm
him.
just like
I'm
you.
gonna...
He says
I'm
that,
gonna
and you're
s-
like, at first, your first instinct is like, shut the fuck up, and then as you walk, you're clip-clopping. It pisses you off. Yes.
I think we should set it up. I'm gonna set it up here.
Okay.
Just like across the road from the biker bar, like
like,
200 yards across, like in an open field.
like you're setting up the Starbucks here.
It's
where you
just
just
in
run
the
across
middle
the-
of nowhere?
Yeah. Oh, in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's nothing around.
It might appeal to some people who won't want to help us, but might be intrigued and be like, "Oh, you want to fuck someone over? That's coming from your plane. I like, your style, sort of thing. Who knows?"
So,
I go with Alex.
as you approach,
Are there Batwing doors? to
The
enter?
machines in front of the building are bizarre and intimidating, but as you look closer, you can see that they are in fact some sort of vehicles, as they all seem to have wheels or treads of some kind. Motorcycles aren't exactly the right term, because some of them have 4 wheels, some of them have 6 wheels, some of them have 3 wheels, some of them do have 2 wheels.
I don't know how to hotwire these things.
Ooh. So, do you kind of inspect these before you
Kind of
approach
checking it out. I don't want anyone to catch a glimpse of me eyeing up their property.
These vehicles, so from what you're just kind of walking past, they each, they're an insane mess of metal, bone, and in some cases ambient magic energy that seems to have been used to craft very unique and outlandish machines with huge engines. Each of them seem to have various weapons and things on them. Some have huge exhaust pipes sticking out of the top. Others have them pointing straight down to the ground. The front wheels are often smaller in comparison to the massive rear wheels. And all of them seem to be vibrating just slightly. And some seem to randomly spark or growl as you walk by. Not sure if they're on necessarily, but like as you approach the rusty wheel, the sounds of excited, gravelly voices, breaking glass, and a violent ruckus comes from inside the building. Do you enter?
Sounds friendly.
So, you go to open the doors.
What kind of doors are they?
They're like push doors, but they're made of metal. Did you want them to be saloon doors?
No, they don't have
That's
to
what you
be.
just
They're not
described.
saloon doors.
But I just want to shove up through the doors as strongly as possible so that they would open the
Okay,
catwing
I
doors.
genuinely want you to roll strength for this because they're big metal doors.
12.
12? Okay. So you and kind of push. They open with a grinding screech as they so you go ooh, as they don't seem to really, they just smack right into
Not
the
what I
ground.
You gotta
expected.
pull.
Oh, sorry about that. guys.
Remind me, there's a show I have to tell you about later.
Okay.
So you're kind of just you're kind of just as the music and violent voices become more clear. The voices are all unpleasant and speaking infernal. You can catch bits and bobs of the conversations, which seem to be gratuitous in nature. Just talking about, but there's a lot of voices talking, so if you want to actually start eavesdropping, let me know. But as for right now, it just sounds like a bunch of rabble talking. The inside is musty and smoke looms in the air like a haze. The floor is made of the same red stone you saw outside, and there are dried bloodstains and a few fresh ones scattered about on it. The iron walls are adorned with bizarre and macabre things. Skulls, some human but mostly creature skulls, bones, and twisted metal objects, and even a few whole bodies of grotesque beasts hang from the walls. There are about 10 creatures in this building. Some are sitting at tables made of bone and metal. Others are standing or seated in a horizontal line speaking to each other. That would be essentially the bar. 2 of the creatures are in a fist fight, and others are laughing and watching. These creatures are hideous. All of them look different, but equally repulsive. As you push the door open and are seeing this, the music stops, and all of the creatures look towards you. One of them stands up and walks towards you, entering into the light that's coming from outside the dim, whatever's left of the light. He has a drink in a hand, a large mug made of iron, and as he steps into the light, you feel like you want to vomit. He comes walking over to you. The rest of them are kind of looking, and the 2 that are fighting, hit each other. And as he steps into the light, he is repulsive. His skin is bumpy with almost like tumors. There seems to be matted hair on his forearms, like greasy. It looks like his fingernails are kind of long and chipped.
It's unkempt.
Yeah. There seems to be like oil stains, like motor oil, on his arms. You see that he's wearing basically like the just sort of tattered rags on his chest that are stained, gratuitous gore.
See, I told you they'd be willing to help us.
He comes to you. His head is a little bit too large for his body. His mouth even too large for the head.
Is he a human? I'm not there, so.
Humanoid. I'm sorry. I thought you walked in. Humanoid in shape.
I'm casting.
Bipedal. But not a human. His skin is blue. And his eyes bulge out of his head. almost like stalks, but you see all the red veins kind of as he looks at you. His mouth is full of broken yellow teeth, and his tongue is too large for his mouth. But it slides inside.
Hey, Bob. We're looking for this city. Can you point me in the direction of the city?
Well, ain't you a chrome one?
Oh, he speaks common.
Yeah, is this in common?
No, it's an infernal.
What the fuck?
Shoddy and righteous. Why don't you come on and sit for a spell?
We're
And
looking
you
for
see
the city
drool.
of Dis.
City of this. And his breath is like
Flowers.
pungent rot. Just, Well, you're pretty used to that, actually. City of this.
He's so charming.
You won't make it. It's that way. And a bunch of them start, like, laughing. This your trading ship?
It's my pack mule.
You're only hearing, and her talking the same. It's almost as backwards speak. It's garbled and guttural and
Latin.
horrible sounding. Yeah, it's awful. It's very. And then them he points to you. She looks at you, says something, and they both laugh at you. And you're just like, and he's.
It seems like this is going well.
He sits there and goes, well, good luck. Maybe I can give you a lift for a little while. Tongue.
I think he likes you.
I think he
OTPH,
wants to
Jay.
give me his tongue.
That might be useful.
You see his tongue is also kind of tumorous, and every once in a while, like,
Are you-
pustules sort of...
Are you offering me your tongue?
What?
Wait a second.
I know deals.
So you'll take me there, and you'll give me your tongue? That sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
You're trying to be a fat man. I ain't doing that shit. And he turns around with his drink. And as he starts walking away, the music kind of kicks back on, and they all start kind of going about their business.
Yes, that's a good sign.
They
Music
all
back
seem
on.
to be, like I said, different
No
but
record
repulsive.
scratch.
But almost like
Are
they're...
they specific creatures?
They all seem to be like they're the same creature. Like, the same kind of breed. Almost like if you walked
They're
into
all
an area...
clones.
If you walked into an area full of orcs, they all look different, but they're all orcs. That's what these things all seem to be, the same kind of creatures. And
Gary.
one of them kind of is sitting at a table not too far away, just as ugly as the rest of these creatures. But he stands up. He's about... And they don't seem to be paying too much attention to you. They don't seem to give a shit,
Yeah,
these
that's fine.
monsters. But he's
good.
about 7 feet tall, and he's got green skin. Again, covered in these tumorous bumps and pimples. His yellow fingernails chipped, all that shit. His big fucking mouth, same as the other. And he's got a big mane of... Well, not mane, but he's got this big black hair that you see it's just greasy and slicked. So it's almost like a pompadour in a way, large
But
on the
it's with
front.
his own hair
and back.
oil.
Yeah, his own greasy oil. And he comes over and goes, "Hey, Jax, y'all looking to get to this?"
Is he speaking common?
Yes.
Hey, fella.
Hey.
I want to put out my hand.
Well. And he goes and shakes your hand, and it's like... And you actually take 1 point of acid damage as he shakes your hand as the greasy oil from his skin gets on your skin. And he...
I just want to... Once we let go, I just want to, like...
Oh, sorry about that, Jack. Forgot that some of his fleshies are a little bit weaker. Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Well, that's fine. I can give you a lift. Won't cost you nothing but 2 pennies.
What?
2 pennies.
2 copper?
Yeah,
No, explain.
2 copper pennies.
Okay.
2 copper coins is pennies.
Okay, I thought they didn't use
Yeah.
gold here.
No, fucking... So 2...
No, I'm happy. I don't want to sell my memories
Yeah.
yet. That sounds great.
Yeah, just... Oh, we're not like the people in this. We're not even really from here. Us Finks, we don't do that shit. We just...
Finks?
Finks.
Twinks?
Finks.
Us twinks hang out in his motorcycle bar and give lifts to
F-I-N-K.
strangers.
Us Finks, we just sort of... We're just in it for the road.
Twink
you know?
around.
You head in that direction?
Oh, yes. Squealing wheels all the way.
Are you guys all on a motorcycle? I mean,
Guild?
what are those vehicles called?
Motorcycle
Out
club.
front.
Oh, the Hell Rods.
Hell rods. Are you all part of the same group?
Hashtag.
Oh, no, we're not part of a group, but well, I guess maybe you could say we're part of a group. We're all going to Dis.
Okay. How could this go wrong?
You need a lift?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, well, we'll be going in a few.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why are you going to the city of Dis?
It's got the best shit for your ride. My Hell Rod. You see, it's in need of a bit of a tune-up. And there in Dis, I got a guy lined up. Deal's already made. And I'm gonna get myself the heart of a combustion elemental. Slap that shit in my combustion engine and boom! Oh, we're looking at my squealers peeling out faster than I could ever feel before.
Well, I appreciate the help, friend.
Not a problem, Jax. So,
Ask him how far it is.
What's your name?
Rev,
Rev?
pleasure to meet you.
How far is the trip?
Shouldn't be more than a few yucks.
Sorry, you wanna run that one by me?
A few yucks.
How long in minutes?
Yucks.
But in the meantime, y'all can grab a drink.
I don't mind.
We, like I said, we Finks, we're not in it to eat the mortals and take your soul.
That's good.
We're just in it for the road.
That's great. That's real great. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I appreciate it.
I'll grab it faster.
I want it as fast as I can. I'll sprint to the bar.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get out the stats. You just... How fucking dare you?
Did you make these creatures up?
Yes, I have an entire
Oh.
monster thing called the Fink.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
like
they're not real. They are based on something, though. Look up Rat Fink,
Okay.
which is a type of character that was created years ago, and they are used for, like, hot rod. You ever see, like, the big, nasty monsters in the cars?
Oh, Jesus.
That's essentially what you're looking at, but minus the big
Nice.
ears. All right. What did you get, Al?
A 9.
Ooh, he crushed it. 16 plus 4.
Yeah.
So he, you go running, he rushes over. As you go, this thing, like I said, he's about 7 feet tall. Fucking quick, man. His arms almost reach down to, like, his knees. And they're gangly and they're awkward looking. Their arms are so thin, they have, like, no real muscle on them, but their bodies are kind of, like, square and squat. And he just, and hauls ass. His tongue is hanging out of his mouth, and his eyes are bulging out. And he gets to the bar, and, slams his hand on the table and goes, "I'll take one." And the guy at the bar, who is not a Fink, but in fact, when you reach there, is this creature that's sort of humanoid in shape. When he turns around, he has these like tendrils coming off of his chin that end in these spiky sort of barbs, and one of them is like holding a rag, the other one's holding like a cup.
That's useful.
And he's like, "Not a problem." And he grabs it, pours in one, throws in one, and then you get to the bar.
Nice.
And he, Rev grabs his, and, well, he doesn't down it yet. He grabs it and he goes, "Ha! Gotcha!"
Do you remember the video I sent you, Keep Your Eyes Peeled? The music video from Queens of the Stone Age?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm picturing when I walked in here.
Oh, it's bad. They're not as brutal. They're gross. They're disgusting as opposed to, like, brutal and metal. You know what I mean? Find a bar in Dis and maybe you'll find... These guys are more just disgusting and repulsive and
I get it.
repugnant. Yeah.
All
But
right.
he gets it and he goes, "Ha! Gotcha!"
I'd like one too.
All right. He pours you one of the same. He sloshes over this disgusting, like, blackish liquid. And the Rev goes, "All right. Bet I can drink mine faster."
I bet you're wrong.
Roll. Roll dexterity first.
Uh-oh. 7.
Oh, I beat you. And then roll Constitution. Well, he's gonna be.
That's a 19
This is
plus
what he
11.
Really?
That's a 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bam! He slams his down. Whoa! And some of the ones nearby go.
Slow and
And
steady.
kind of like, and you. It tastes like you're drinking.
Single tier.
Motor oil.
Like, yeah, it's like acidic. It tastes disgusting, motor oily. It's gross.
It's like a stout.
And you. And they're all sitting there. And they're like giggling and laughing. And you just sit back and they. Yeah! They all fucking, because you're immortal. Astrid, what are you doing?
That was a
Just watch
30. Yeah.
him.
It's almost
So
the
you're
highest.
just standing there. One of them saunters over to you. Hey there, Chrome. How you doing? And this one is blue, like another blue one, but covered in hair. Like he's all hairy, and it's all
Cousin Ed.
greasy and matted. And he's still got the same kind of like lanky body, but he has 4 arms. And
So
he's
do
like,
I.
Oh.
Forearms.
No.
We have to settle this.
So, and he comes over and he goes, "Can I buy you a drink?" Oh, I already got you one.
He's smooth.
No, thank you. I don't need it.
Yeah, you're right. She is a flat, straight, useless jack. And starts walking away. And the other one goes, ha ha. They're just gross. Esther, you're outside, kind of just meditating on this. How are you doing this? How do you do this when you make this? Do you sit cross-legged? Do you hum a tune?
Do a handstand. I just,
The castle comes from your butthole. His legs just become like completely open.
the hell, guys.
So,
I just read the description again, and I could just summon the portal to it. Does that work between planes?
Yeah.
Because that lasts for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
That's if you just want to
invisible.
leave like a doorway there.
So, it's a two-way portal.
Yep. Because when you walk in, you can walk back out. Yep.
So, I think I'm going to do that for the meanwhile.
Okay. So
So-
there's just a doorway in the middle, but when it's closed, no one can see
It's
it.
invisible.
When it's open, they can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
And that lasts for 24 hours, and I keep my mind on that, so that's what I want
Yes.
to do.
Okay.
I want to summon the portal instead of just bringing Disneyland out of
Okay,
nowhere.
no problem. So you and create the doorway, kind of looking around in this desolate wasteland. Doesn't look like anything intelligent's watching you, and you got it. The door starts open. You reach, and you shut it. You can see the doorway sitting, there,
you lose it. Fuck.
but no one else knows where it is.
Yeah, I think it can also be like the shimmering 12-foot tall one as well. But
Sure.
I like the doorway one for now.
Yeah,
So
the big
then
ass
I
one.
wanna- Ass doorway. I want to go towards the biker bar.
It's a single French
So-
door.
You did it?
Are your wings out
Just a
but
teleport,
folded?
not the castle.
Yes.
Okay, so you've
I,
been walking in.
Actually, no, I want to dismiss them.
Tuck them in.
I just made the portal.
Mm.
So we have safety if we need it. It lasts for 24 hours. So we do have a place to rest if we need it, but
Okay.
right now,
Okay. So,
which I think will be good to do as soon as we're done here because my ring is dead. The plane shift. Always keep a get out of jail free card in your back pocket.
You don't need one of those.
So you walk in and see much of what I've described. These disgusting, nasty, shitty creatures just sort of all over the place. Astrid is just kind of standing by the entrance, just looking annoyed and miserable.
No, I'm watching him.
Are you watching
Yeah.
Alex? Okay, watching Alex like a hawk. Her black and red eyes just unblinking. And you see that some of the, a lot of the creatures are just drinking. Just how it looks like. Bunch of rowdy boys. What would you like to do?
Find Astride.
Just right there.
Do you speak to any of them?
Yeah.
How far out are we?
Well, I don't understand their stupid language. Few yaks is what they told us.
Does that mean anything to me in all my reading?
No. I don't know what the fuck that means.
But if we give I point to the green one. He said for 2 copper he'll take us to the city of Dis. He's going there anyway.
Okay.
But
Do we have copper?
I mean, Alex has gold, so
He has copper. I would say you all have at least like a couple copper on you at all times because it's pennies. Can't get rid of fucking pennies. They're everywhere.
No matter how hard you try. I only use a debit card, but somehow I always have a pocket full of change.
So, Alex,
Yes.
you're at the bar, and Rev goes, another! You're for it again?
Another.
Okay, and you each get a drink, and
I'm gonna try to beat him.
he does it.
Ooh, that's an 18.
12, 4,
23. You got 16.
13, 14, 15, 16. What did you get?
23.
So
you
you guys both drop, and you, boom, roll Constitution saving throw.
23.
Nice! You boom! Ooh! And all of them, and Rev goes, dang it! And they all go, yeah! Like, haha, fuck you! And he's like, well, you only hear, because you don't understand all their language.
But I think I understand what's happening.
But Rev speaks it, and he's like, alright. Devils aren't so bad. They seem pretty fucking cool
They do.
to you.
I could get used
Hell
to this place.
is an alright kind of place. These things are awesome. You're probably having a great time. Some of them looks like they're playing darts.
In game, I feel actually kind of back at home, like at Red 9.
Exactly.
A little bit.
yeah, there were jelly people there.
It's true. Hey, he's more open-minded than you.
Yeah.
He uses weird shit. So,
His dad was jelly. we have to remember that.
I will sell that memory.
Rev goes,
remember.
well, I'm just gonna go tune up my Hell Rider and be on our way.
I gotta
are we
take a
gonna-
piss too.
Are we gonna ride on motorcycles with these guys? Like,
Do it.
Nat 20.
Ah!
That's a nat 20.
So
you kick him in the ass.
you both go
Push him over.
you both go running outside because there's no bathroom.
Okay.
You both go running outside and you just go out to the street and you whip it. His dick is awful.
Why am I looking?
Wow, Evan.
I got caught up in the motor. I just wanted to beat him so bad I couldn't help.
I made eye contact with it.
He winked at
You can
me. So we all know what Evan does in urinals. He's that
He's
guy.
in Lemontville
Well,
Philly Stadium with his
Yeah,
big
nice
trout.
name, Evan.
I had the opportunity to describe a fake
don't have
dick.
to.
Am I not going to
You don't
describe
have
it?
to. You don't have to.
Dick thing.
So, you guys are peeing. And
When
he's
he
like,
trips, I can't help but
he's
see
going,
it.
come on!
I'm gonna pee first.
And you're both
Okay.
peeing. And
And
your
we're right
stream-
next to each other. This
Your
literally-
stream is much faster than his.
Oh, great. That's good.
And it's
steaming off
It's
the high
on the
road.
highway. It's like, so your first order of business in hell is pee on the iron roads of the plane of Dis. So he goes, all right, well, damn it, I'm gonna fix her up. We'll be ready to go in no time. And he goes over to his hell rod.
I want to watch like what he does, how he starts.
All
and
right,
everything.
his most of them are
him.
kind of up like that, with the front being down here and the back with his massive wheels, and he has exhaust pipes sticking out of the sides, and big fucking machines with these huge ungodly engines on the front. And he goes over, and the first thing he does is and wave his hand in front of it, and you see. And then he starts like touching it, like, "Hey, girl," and goes over and starts fucking with the engine. Just starts messing with things. You don't know what the fuck he's doing.
It's like he's performing surgery to
It's-
Inspector Gadget.
This is such a bizarre, because it's not just machinery, it's got magic involved in it too, and it's got like the bones of creatures.
Mm-hmm.
You see that like his hood ornament is just like this big gnarly looking skull, and as he sits there he goes like crank, and he goes, "Hey, watch it," and he's like, "Shut up," and just keeps cranking it, and it's like, "Oh, that feels good." Like the thing is talking to him as he's fucking with it, and as he does that, you guys notice that the other creatures in the bar also start to file out and start messing with their hell rods. So he starts cranking this up, and he goes, "Well, she's just about ready to go. You guys got your pennies? Coppers, please."
I'm gonna give him the 2 coppers.
Thank you.
I'll give him copper.
2.
You only said 2 copper.
Nope, 2 copper each. That's
You
the
did
rule.
not say 2 copper each.
I'm not a devil. I'm a fiend. This isn't a deal. This isn't a contract. This is our rules.
Just give him the copper.
It's the way of the ferryman.
Hell, I'll pay for your entry.
No, it has to come from her. And you see, like, his, like, jovial sort of attitude is very serious.
No.
Alright, I'll give him.
Well, all right. He puts him in his pocket.
Eats it.
And he looks at the other ones. And all the other Finks look at each other. And he goes, "Get in." And he runs over to his front seat and hops in really fucking
I'm gonna
fast.
jump into his.
You fucking jump into the car. Do you guys get in? All the other ones are like wheeling out their cars and jumping into them really fast.
Where's
And-
our wigwam?
In the courtyard of the castle.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of like and gets out onto the road and stops. And the other ones go and they all pull up
Like a race
like
line.
a same line. They go and he goes, "Now, when we get out there, I might need y'all's help. Some of these boys don't play fair."
I want to start making sure I got around in every chamber.
So you guys see Alex pulling out his gun. Do you guys question this or?
No, I'm ready. You get into Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch spellcasting
So
mode.
you, and yeah, he goes, "Next up, this!" And all of these hell rods just start spewing fire from behind them, hauling ass down this iron road. And I think we'll pick up there next time.
This is just an excuse so you can use your car minis. Yeah.
Maybe. Also, like,
Mad Max, let's do it.
Finks, a drag race in hell. Like, come on.
Pretty
you know what I
awesome.
mean?
Pretty
Come
good.
on.
Pretty good.
At first I was going to have you guys hitchhike to hell, which I thought would be a
That's
great,
pretty
like, hitchhikers in hell. But I thought of, like, a death race in hell.
All right,
That
so
would be good.
we're in hell. We made it there.
That's it.
Mm.
You met not so terrible creatures in the beginning. The Finks, some low levels.
I thought they were gonna just take our money and leave us, but it's
Nah.
2 coppers.
Finks
so
are different. They're not devils. Finks are just fiends.
Mm.
Very good.
What are you grumpy about?
All to find the
Because
underballs.
We just got here and we already got ripped off.
We ripped off how?
Because
You can't fucking please
That
some
is
people.
a small price to pay. Literally, the smallest price we could pay for assistance.
If everything in this place is 2 coppers, I'm fine with paying for all of our expenses.
It will not be that.
I know.
Immortality? One shiny penny?
Well,
Don't mind if I do.
So that's it. So that's what we're doing.
Well done.
Very
We didn't
nice.
do the plug.
We didn't do the plugs. Joe, would you
we
like to go
always
first?
forget.
I mean, nothing's really changed for me, but they have
Underrated.
some urban exploration videos coming up soon.
Cool.
Because I'll talk to you about that after this.
Okay.
But yeah, just the usual writing and all that garbage. But we wanted to plug that one stuff.
Yes.
I am now a full-time artist. I quit my job.
Not him.
I've done a small piece called the Mona Lisa. It's pretty good. It's in France
Maybe
somewhere.
you've heard of it.
There's just gonna be white noise playing at this point.
Amanda, what is your other YouTube in case some people watching this want to see it?
it's my name now, but you can find it either by searching my name, which is Amanda Zinni, or Jumi of Diamonds.
Jumi of Diamonds.
And we will link that below as always.
As well as our Patreons.
On Patreons.
Patreons.
Yeah, when I say the normal stuff, it's pretty much that. We have our small mini projects posted to that, like small writing, poetry, everyday videos.
What happens?
But when the big stuff happens again, we'll probably be excited and you'll hear about it before you hear it in this video. So.
Now you have to beg the audience to like, comment, share,
That doesn't work.
ring bell,
I don't give a shit. what you-
notification
Yeah, ring the
bell.
bell.
I don't want
Ring
it.
the bell. Ring my
I
bell.
don't want it. I don't want your thank yous.
Ring
and
my
your
bell.
comments.